Anal. No. Cocksucker. No. Fucking backdoor. No. Saskatchewan face mask. What is a Saskatchewan face mask? You remember what that girl did to you when she sat on her face and you said her thing opened up like the Predator? This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Space is the final frontier. Then this is just the pit stop at the rest area that is near.
It's a Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. 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 In your ear.
In your ear.
Pod. Poddamn it. Poddamn it. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Poddamn Idiotz.
Poddamn it.
From the Henflex Studios in Battle Creek, Michigan, Be Slow Studios, the Red Room in Spadeland, Jazzland in Tennessee, and the Scorpion Room in San Marcos, Texas. This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Woo.
Welcome. Better buckle up and hang on tight because this is about to get interesting.
Welcome back.
You are on the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. To my left is Sir Jay Hizzle. I think he's in the Grand Canyon today, but he said he was in Henflex Studios, so who really knows? The guy to my right, who's just here so he doesn't get fined, Texas. From, I think it's the Red Room, but it could be the Red District Room in Spainland. The Poddamn Idiot champion, Rick Spade, and Sir Captain Roadman, Road Police Officer, Be Slow. And I'm Jazz. I think I'm a professional race car driver. I think. Vroom.
Professional race car driver.
I like the Red District.
I think Jay Hizzle's got his new thing for Rick there.
We should all go buy a lottery ticket because there's a unicorn in our presence.
Well, somebody's
Bring us luck.
somebody's supposed to be giving Guzzlebird 2 scratch tickets.
Oh, I've already scratched him off. He didn't win. Sorry.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, nice. So go ahead.
So, just so Be Slow doesn't get confused, the sign that Texas is referring to is Guzzlebird did a statement on last week's show saying that he has fined both participants from last week's show Slim Jims, vodka, $20, 2 scratch tickets, and half a Malamar. So.
Oh boy, Texas. All right, let's see how everyone's week is going. It's been a whirlwind for me in a good way, but let's go down to the south. We'll go all the way down to San Marcos, Texas, where we have a unicorn. Well, the unicorns are now. Texas, what's happening?
Those earphones were too small for my big head.
Oh.
Let's see. Rather boring. Saturday went to the eye doctor. I've got contacts right now. Yay.
Have you had contacts before?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you happy to have them again? I like contacts.
I am, because my glasses didn't quite get dark enough in the Texas sun. So now I can actually wear sunglasses.
That's awesome. So did you get like daily, weekly, monthly contacts?
Monthly.
Nice. That's what I think I have too.
And I got a yearly subscription, so you guys will be seeing no glasses more often.
Nice.
Yeah.
I always think it's nice. Plus, you don't, when you wear glasses, you get smudges and stuff, and you don't get that on your contacts.
I think LASIK is intriguing.
It is.
It's pretty affordable, and I kind of want to get my free consultation to see if my astigmatism can be fixed.
So I
You can.
was
Yeah, I can.
I was gonna do LASIK because I got a flex medical spending card from work for this year because I thought my daughter was gonna get braces. But because of COVID, that got pushed back to next year. So I was sitting there with a buttload of money on this card that if I didn't spend, I was going to lose by December 31st. So
Use it
instead of trying to finagle 2 half days and a Saturday off of work, I just took a Saturday and went and got glasses
Nice.
and contacts.
No, that's awesome.
Other than that, work, slept, ate a little,
I worked and I slept and I ate.
and I didn't get COVID. So, yeah, that's my week. Who's next?
Let's slowly move our
Oh,
way
wait.
up. Wait.
Sorry, I apologize.
Oh my
I just found out I won tickets to go to a wrestling event in Kyle, Texas tomorrow, from a wrestling podcast I listen to based out of San Antonio, and it's an all-female wrestling show.
Oh wow.
Is there Jello involved?
As far as I know, no. That's why I'm going to take my son.
Okay. He might like the Jello too.
You
So if there
might
wasn't
wanna-
Jello involved, you weren't going to bring him?
No, if there's Jello involved, I probably could not bring him.
Oh, okay.
You might want to bring something to tape it down.
Mine or his?
Last night I saw
Hey, look
Jello
at-
wrestling at the
Be
Boo.
look kind
years
of weird
ago.
walking around with a boner.
Nah,
Just-
how'd that fit right in?
If you're sitting down, just have like something, a box over it or something.
You put the bucket
It's
of
a-
popcorn over, like, never mind.
Yeah, as far
We'll
as
figure it out.
it does say kids are
It's
good.
A dick in
so.
a box.
Dick
The dick in a box.
Box.
Okay, sorry to disrail. Who's next?
That was good stuff. We're gonna start moving north to Tennessee.
Because he's the only
Sorry.
10 we see.
Yeah.
As you
Oh,
can see,
there goes the cat.
I'm the tallest thing in the room, and the cats are looking for this winged insect. So if it ends up on top of my head and I end up dead because of a cat, I'm in Tennessee.
No, you'll die from COVID.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I
COVID,
shouldn't laugh.
death.
That's not. I'm sorry.
COVID has solved everything out there except for murder.
That's true. This is
You had
true.
cancer?
Flu.
No, you didn't. It was COVID.
All right, back to
COVID.
the week. It's been a pretty good week. We, me and the wife detailed our vehicles, got them all nice and cleaned up, pretty. Going to work. Kids are still in school. Wife is, I think she's doing like this permanent substitute thing where it's the teacher's out for the whole week. So the class is giving her, you know, how we did when we were in school with the substitute come in, we gave them no slack. It was always fun. So yeah, she's getting that treatment right now. Other than that, I've been just upgrading my PC, making slow little changes to it to make it better and faster, cooler. And trying to stay alive from cats trying to kill me for winged insects, but I'm good. So who's next?
Awesome. Let's see here. Well, now we're moving up to Michigan, in the city of Battle Creek.
Oh, I forgot. I've got a story. I got a story that happened to me.
Oh, tell your story, and then we'll move on to the next person.
So I was driving on the road following this gray Ford Ranger. And all of a sudden there
Was
was
it
it was this massive tornado of cans. I just don't know where it came from. And they were shooting out like damn torpedoes. And they're smacking the truck. And I'm like, what the hell
they
is this
exploding?
what the hell is this jackwagon doing? He's pulling over the side of the road trying to stuff cans in bags. And I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Was he yelling "can slap, bitch"?
Yes.
Rick, what were you doing in Tennessee?
I've got these huge dents all in the truck, and I don't know how they got there.
It's the best place to get Tennessee whiskey would be to actually
What
go
kind
to
of cans are
Tennessee.
these? Those are leaving dents.
But in this grand scheme of things, I got like $1.50 in can money if I went to Michigan.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, that's my story.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it. All right. Well, you know what? Let's talk to the man himself, Rick Spade. How
Yo,
was your week? What do you have to say to that crazy story about you in Tennessee?
I cashed in all those cans today.
Nice.
I had $17.80 in the back of my truck.
Except for
I had
$1.50. I
78
got
cans.
$1.50 that I found.
I know. If I wouldn't have lost all those cans, I would have had about $20. Let's see here. Cashed in those cans. Got that money. It's been a messed up week. I thought I was going to have a decent paycheck. Turned out that the gift card I got from the rewards from my work actually took about $200 out of my check. So my $480 check was a $277 check.
And to me, that's bullshit. If you get a bonus or something like that, they should not take it out of your regular pay. You should at least get your regular pay. That's bullshit.
I agree, or at least take it out in payments because, taking $200 out in one chunk is kind of hard to manage bills with.
It's almost worth not even getting the check. I mean, not even getting the little bonus you got or whatever you got. It's not even worth it.
Oh, yeah.
It's because, in my opinion, that's non-taxable income. But anyways.
But I managed to get stuff taken care of. Not the way I wanted to, but it is what it is. Locke is back in school as of today or yesterday. They went back, so middle schoolers are still out until like January 15th. What else did I do this week?
I'm still listening.
Oh, you're fine. Finished some of my Christmas shopping with the gift card that I had. I got that new game of the week for this week. And there was something else that I was doing, but I can't remember what it was now. I've lost my fucking mind.
Because I'm losing my
Can't
sight.
believe you never had.
My mind.
Yeah, shit happens.
It happens to the best. It happens to the best of us.
Well, speaking of losing our mind, be slow. What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Well, it's been a pretty uneventful week. I got this letter from one of my credit card companies. I bought the washer and dryer last year out of from ABC Warehouse for no interest for like a year and a half. I'm like, yeah, Black Friday deal. So I took it. I got a letter from these a-holes last week-ish, sometime around there. It says, hey,
Yeah, it was about a week.
we're going to offer you a deal. If you want to finish paying off your balance in 3 payments, you won't have to pay the full balance. I'm like, that sounds awesome.
It does sound awesome.
That sounds amazing. So I called them. I set it up. I get another letter in the mail today that says, oh, we're going to report this to the credit bureaus that you pay your balances paid off in full, not the full amount.
I don't
I'm like,
That's
what
bullshit.
the hell? So I call them and I talk to 2 people all the way up to the supervisor of the supervisor.
Wait.
And they're like,
Did they speak English?
yes, they did.
Oh, just afraid I'd ask.
They
What did
were.
that
They had a
mean?
ghetto accent. They said, "Oh, there's nothing we can do." I'm like, "Well, I want to withdraw." I'm like, "One, cancel my automatic payments because I ain't gonna pay this. I'm gonna go through till the end of my no interest. Then I pay that off when I get to the end of that. I ain't gonna pay this increased amount per month just to have a lesser amount for you to kill my credit. You guys never even told me." They said, "Oh, they failed to disclose that they're going to report negatively on my credit." I'm like, "No, I'm keeping my credit over 700. You are not messing with my credit." So I call them to say, "Hey, all right, I'm going to opt out of it, cancel all my payments." They're like, "Oh, we can't do that. There's nothing we can do." I said, "All right, well, let me talk to the next person line." "Oh, we can't transfer you to them. We're not allowed to. We have to have them call you back."
I'll get a call from corporate.
Technically, you could actually, when you see it appear on your credit record, you can go and dispute it.
Dispute it because it was never disclosed.
Yeah, but here's the problem. If you dispute it, it hangs out there until it's resolved. And if you try to go open up a large line of credit, like a house or something, you have to remove that dispute and then it'll negatively hit your credit. They're basically screwing them. And unless he's got the money to go to court, he's fucked.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
buying a
No, I'm
house
contacting
anytime soon.
corporate.
They offered me something that sounded cool, and all it is a to screw me.
It's very
Yeah.
weird. So
It's
it's
like
gonna
what,
show
like-
you, it shows you're paid in full, but that you didn't pay the whole balance.
Yeah, because they said, well, look, you can pay off 60%. I'm like, okay,
That doesn't even make any sense though. How can you?
because I only owed $500 left on that for the washer and dryer. I'm like, no
That
big
just
deal.
shows that he abandoned the credit and they forgave it, basically, which will basically, I mean, it won't kill his credit, but it hurts it.
But they're the ones that offered me the deal, and I'm
It's
like,
called
this sounds
It's called
awesome.
abandoned bad credit. Right.
I wonder why they did that. Do they must need money quick?
It's terrible.
They're just afraid they're not going to get their money because we didn't pay last month or whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's weird. They would just hop right to that.
We forgot that we had the bill.
Oh. Huh.
It's legal.
okay,
It's a schemy, lousy way, but it's legal. It sucks. It's freaking.
It's dirty
slime ball.
practice, is what it is.
It's dirty. They didn't disclose anything. I didn't sign anything.
Okay.
There's no small print for anything for me to even read. I didn't click any box that I agree to any terms of service. Nothing.
I'm going to call corporate. Xfinity tried
guarantee
to
you,
fuck
if you
him
keep
over a
paying-
few years ago too, and I put them down a peg.
Yeah,
So
Comcast tried to charge me $350 for service that I never had.
Well, that doesn't surprise
I
me.
guarantee if you keep paying the normal payment, they won't hit your credit. There's not a lot they can really do.
Interesting.
I canceled all the payments. I just
Just keep paying like you want to pay, and then if it ever goes to court or you ever take it,
all
up,
I gotta
look,
pay is $36 a month to
We're
pay it
just-
off before the end of the promotional
we'll
period.
just stop automatic
I mean-
transfer. We'll call the bank and tell them they're not authorized to take this money when they try.
Anyway, so that's been my week. Besides work, I've been fighting with credit card companies over bullcrap.
Oh, doesn't sound too fun. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm gonna buy a new car.
So for all those listening, don't ever get a card with Synchrony Bank.
Nope.
They will fuck you over.
I don't even know what
I
that bank
am
that is.
gonna sell my car and get a new car. So
You are?
anyone want a Ford Flex?
What happens if you could use a good fucking over?
That's what I got him for.
What
Well, I don't have him.
It's true.
Do you want me?
I was gonna say,
Not like that.
I might be able to work out a deal. I can always use more money.
Wow, she's trying to pimp out the cop. Go
I
figure
said
that one out.
only.
I would totally give you out to Josh for money.
Wow.
I mean,
This
it's
is
not like
getting
I
bad
put you on
quick.
the corner with a sign. We know Josh.
It always gets bad quick.
we know Josh. We trust him.
Hurry up, Jay Hazel. Tell us about your week.
So hold on. Any listeners want a 2014 Ford Flex SCL all-wheel drive Sport Edition 20-inch wheels fully loaded with a tow package and a glass roof? It's yours for $14,500, only 96,000 miles.
It's a Ford. You can keep it.
It seats 7 people.
What are you thinking about replacing it with?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So
Jazz is sitting there
Something that gets
going.
better fuel economy.
Oh,
Jazz is
okay.
sitting there
Drive
going.
so
Well,
much.
smart car.
Jazz is sitting there going. Yeah, it needs to sit 7 people because you need that many people to push so you can drive.
Do you know why they put heated steering wheels in Chevys and heated tailgates on Fords?
They
Because you
have
can drive the Chevy, but you got to push the Ford.
They have heated tailgates?
Yeah,
That
because
was
you
a-
got to push it.
No,
That's
seriously.
okay.
Fords have heated tailgates?
That was a joke, Jay.
Oh, I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. Fords are really reliable these days.
I tell you what, my Ford police car, most reliable car on the road. You can't kill it.
Only reason why they kept making the Grand Marquis for so long was because of the police. Seriously.
You mean the Crown Victoria?
Well,
It's
Grand
the
Marquis,
same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
See, now we drive Explorers and 150,000 miles still go strong.
That's a lot of idling time on them things too.
No, we shut it off. It isn't idle.
Really? Certain departments here in Tennessee make you keep it running.
It saves your engine hours and lengthens the life of the vehicle tremendously.
So do
I
the
don't give a shit
computers
about
boot
that
up a lot faster now?
Hmm?
So the computers boot up faster now? Wasn't that was the reason they left them running?
Yeah, the computers stay on now.
Oh,
Well, the computers are laptops and they have SSDs, so they
Stay
boot
on.
within 5
Okay.
seconds.
And they're connected to 4G. So, I mean, whatever internet's out there, it logs in right away.
Oh, nice.
And Ford uses Verizon, I think, because Chevy uses
Yeah.
AT&T.
What does Dodge use?
I don't even know if they have it.
Dodge has police cars.
No, I'm talking about data.
Oh, I'm
be,
sure they
sl-
do.
be slow. Is that all of your week, sir?
Sorry, Josh
I'm
is
done.
tired when you keep moving.
You're done. All right, Jay Hazel. Tell us about how you need less vacation days.
There's no such thing as needing less vacation days, to the best of my
What's a
knowledge.
vacation day?
Something
But,
Jay Hizzle gets like 65,000 of them a year.
I just take
It
advantage of.
happens if you work for your dad.
Yep.
I mean,
He
at
was doing this
Menards,
shit
I
at
had,
Menards though.
yeah, Menards, I had 20 days. Plus,
month.
I could take half days too, as unpaid. So when I look back at it, I probably took about the same amount of vacation at Menards in my final 2 years as I did this year.
All right.
But,
Tell us about your week.
Anyway, on this past weekend, as you guys know, I went and visited friends in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So it was nice to see my Wisconsin family, or at least some of them. I couldn't see everyone because of, COVID and stuff. But yeah, it was
It's just
good
a
to see them.
cold.
Good to see them, and we watched a bunch of football and played a bunch of games and just had a really good time. And I
Yes,
Right.
Rick, he has a pen in his beard.
oh wow, he really does. And then on Monday went out to Arizona with a couple friends and did some hiking. And then Tuesday went out to the Grand Canyon and did some more hiking and took some pictures. I risked my life for a picture, but it was a pretty good one. And I sat on the edge. And when you sit on the edge, your whole body is saying you shouldn't be sitting on the edge. Like it's almost like a physical pain. I think it was what a spider sense felt like for Spider-Man. Like this is wrong. But I did it. But yeah, that was a fun time. And then
Now you know what my cop sense is like when I go into a bad situation.
Yeah, probably feels something similar to that. I would agree. So, but I just had a really good time, and it was just good to actually fly again and get away for a little bit, and now back to finish off the year and finish it off strong. That's what I'm looking forward to. So still gotta finish up a little bit of Christmas shopping. But yeah, otherwise we're almost through Jumanji, and then we'll be on to 2021.
I haven't even started Christmas shopping yet.
Oh. I have
Online, baby.
Yeah, I've done pretty much all mine. I have boxes lying around everywhere. But
I've
yep.
only done for her. She basically does the X one.
Oh, okay.
She takes care of Mr. X's stuff. Christmas shopping.
Oh.
And she buys for everybody else.
My company got my wife their Christmas present for me.
Yes, that's that they did. So
Oh, Beaslo doesn't know, does he?
Nope.
I'll make it quick.
My fault.
My Trailblazer, the lower end started knocking on the Trailblazer. My wife and daughter were in, and on the way back on the interstate, and started knocking when she got off the road. And I thought I was going to have to replace the motor, which is going to cost $3,000-$4,000, and the vehicle's not even worth that. So going through a hard time, my boss texts me and says, "I heard about your vehicle. If you need help, let me know." I told him what I needed. He ended up handing me the keys to the company car. Said, "It's yours. Here's the title."
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So I got a 2011 Chevy Impala that my wife drives now. Fully leather, full, heats. I mean, this thing's fully decked out to the gills.
Man, that's awesome.
That's what I said, because I thought we were going to be able to afford payments for months. But anyways, I'm done.
Plus, on the bright side for your company now, they get to go get a new company car.
Yeah, they do.
Because car shopping is fun. It's like a
Probably
win-win
put me
for-
in charge of it more than likely.
Whoa. What's going on here?
That's Jay
Is
Hizzle.
Jay on his cliff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was pretty crazy.
I knew he sent the picture somewhere. I was trying to figure out where it was at. It was in our text messages.
Yep. I looking like I didn't really look down because then I'd have to bend over.
That's
be too
his
scary.
that's his new dating profile picture.
Dang it. Like
Either date me or push me off.
See, ladies, I'm daring.
yes, exactly. See, ladies.
I'm loaded with cash and willing to travel. Come date me.
I wish I was willing with cash, but I am willing to travel. I travel on a budget, but I still have fun. Just gotta find a bunch of good deals and
I
travel.
can
with other
barely
people.
travel on a budget to work.
No, the key is to travel with people, and then it makes it cheaper too.
So
Unless Texas is thinking, unless you have two kids that you
I
have
would
to
say
pay.
that's not true because when you travel with two kids, they don't help you with nothing.
That's true.
No.
when you're traveling by yourself and with friends or something, I don't know.
So
So-
I had this thought when I seen Jazz put that marker in his beard. Is there a way we can get you to do that glitter beard?
What's a glitter beard?
He's
Yeah.
thinking about it. He's thinking about it. I'm sure we can tempt him.
I'm gonna look this up.
Have you never
What?
seen a glitter beard?
I think one day we all need to glitter our facial hair. I don't got much, but
No.
Does
I'm
it
not
come
doing
out easy?
No, I'm not.
Because
doing it,
I don't
no.
want to
Oh
shave
my
it off,
gosh.
and I can't have glitter at work.
You'd have
Wow.
to shave it off.
Could
I
you
can-
imagine me walking up to a car with a
I-
red and blues flashing and my
I
beard
can
just
see that.
glittering?
sir, do you know why I
No.
pulled you over? Because you got a glittery beard.
No, not doing it. Nope.
It doesn't have to be multiple colors. You can just pick one, like a nice green.
Nope.
Wow, you made him. Wait, I got it.
What if we string up Christmas lights in his beard?
Hang on, I
instead?
got it. We go with
Well-
the gold color for a Nashville Predator game.
Okay, I could do
Oh.
maybe that one time.
You know, there is a chance that the Red Wings and the Predators will be in the same division, meaning the Red Wings will play down there multiple times.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I
I
know.
know,
Oh,
and I'm thinking Tennessee is
We,
going
we'd
to
be coming to see you a little bit more, I think.
My thought is Tennessee will allow fans at the games, at least to a certain capacity, because they have for football. So,
well, it's outdoor football. Indoors are still off limits.
gosh darn it,
Um,
Florida's going to let
well-
fans in. I bet.
We just gotta go to Texas then.
From what I've heard, there's actually a lot of teams contemplating playing outdoor hockey games.
Really?
Quite a few of them. Yeah, Boston, Chicago, the Canadian teams. I'm sure Detroit's looked at it.
The biggest thing the Canadian teams are facing right now is crossing the border. NHL's trying to send
Because the
money to
border's
the Canadian,
closed.
and
Well-
they're trying to pass money to get it to happen.
Well, they could just play each other.
That's probably what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah,
have all
'cause-
Canadian division.
They're
Yep,
going to
that's-
have to change up some divisions, so it'd be all Canadians and yeah. So
It'll be
I
interesting.
say
I think January 13th. It's coming back. Is that
16th,
the
I
day I've
think.
seen? 16th. Marking the calendar.
I think the 16th.
13th.
But
I think the
yeah,
Red Wings are
if
gonna
the-
win
if the
a
Red
few more
Wings-
games this year.
If the Red Wings play Nashville, we're gonna come down there and you gotta glitter your beard, and Justin will glitter his beard red.
This is already red.
Well, with the glitter.
Oh,
Well,
no,
both
wait,
of them are
Knoxville-
already red. but,
Knoxville is allowing 50% capacity, and we get hockey back on December 31st.
I'll
What?
glitter my
Knoxville.
goatee for that.
Huh, very interesting.
Yeah,
I don't
They
know
are
how
talking
long
about
it'll
like
take, but
Ice Bears return December 31st, 50% capacity. I'm going. Close out this year
Huh.
with a hockey
Yeah, they
game.
really are talking about doing a bunch of outdoor games potentially, or saying it's at least possible.
Well, the crazy thing is, even the California teams and the Texas team is talking about doing outdoor games. Dallas, I don't know how that's gonna work for you. It was 80 degrees the last 2 days.
yeah, but
fake ice.
they've done it. Yeah, they've found a way to
They'll
do it.
just they'll go further north. They won't play in Dallas. They'll play further north.
Well, Dallas actually does get cold, but I don't know if it gets that cold.
Sometimes
All right.
Dallas is colder than it is up here in Michigan.
Jay Hizzle,
Alright.
do you have news for us?
Oh, do I ever have some news?
I don't know. Do you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not crazy news week by any means, but this is very interesting. China has some interesting things. So this has
It's
to
like
do
people who eat bats.
with well, yeah, that's true.
Ozzy Osbourne's there.
China
Sir-
sends spies to have sex with politicians.
China's aviation authority released new COVID-19 safety guidelines. And this is really interesting. It includes a suggestion that flight attendants should wear diapers to avoid using the plane lavatories.
oh, you must wear the pants when you fly. Use the toilet. Oh.
They're trying to prevent flight crew members from contracting the coronavirus.
It's
I have
cold.
gone to public restrooms. I have gone to restrooms on a plane. I have been in public without a mask. I've been around a lot of people without a mask. And guess what? Nothing.
Well, Well, yeah, actually, on all my flights, I mean, I guess technically I've only been 24, a day and a half since I flew, but everyone wore a mask at the airports. Everyone wore a mask in the planes. I wiped down everything was clean. I had my own row to myself every single time. I never felt. I mean, I probably have a better chance of getting it going to the grocery store than I did anywhere on my trip.
Don't work.
But I mean, if everyone wears,
No, they don't. I don't even wear one at work.
The deadliest virus in the world, and we wear a freaking cloth mask. When you have to go paint a car, you have to put a whole giant N95 suit on, Tyvek suit, to prevent from OSHA finding you for inhaling the fumes. Get real.
I mean,
That
mine
is
has
not-
a filter. Well, not my normal
Masks
mask, just
don't
my plain
work.
mask.
Don't
But,
work.
anyway,
Neither
the
do
recommendation.
Democrats. It's okay.
Recommendation comes after a woman flying from Italy to South Korea in August apparently got COVID during her trip, and the only thing they can think of was the laboratories where she got it, because that's where she removed her mask. Which I don't even know why you would have to.
Why would you remove your mask in the toilet?
Yeah, I don't really. It's a good question.
Wait.
wait,
Sorry. She was probably joining the Mile High Club, and she
Oh.
was probably slurping on a knob.
There was a guy in there with her. Okay.
Now look, I have to wear my mask all day at work. So when I go to the bathroom, whether I'm peeing or shitting or playing Pokemon Go, I'm taking that fucking thing off from it so I can breathe.
Is there a Pikachu in the toilet stall?
Sometimes there's a Pikachu, sometimes there's a Squirtle, sometimes I Squirtle. It just depends.
Does a Pikachu like to Pikachu while you're pooping?
I didn't have any problems breathing with my mask
Squirtle,
on.
Squirtle, Squirtle.
Is Michigan like Tennessee? It's an at-will state for work. Like they can fire you for anything.
Well, I thought that's
Everything except for public safety.
It wouldn't
Okay, so-
surprise me considering their governor's
Well, see, Tennessee has that. Like, if you want to work, you can work as long as your boss likes you. If your boss doesn't like what you wore to work, you can get fired. So, if Michigan's the same way,
Yeah.
you're kinda
Michigan
stuck
is
wearing
very
a mask.
anti-union. Very anti-union.
Yeah, so are we.
You just can't
Luckily,
get
That's a
I-
fired.
Republican thing.
You can't get fired for like your gender or for religious stuff.
Oh yeah, that stuff. Yeah,
That's
but I'm talking
federal
about just
protections.
just you showed up late to work for 30 seconds. They fire you the first
Yeah.
time.
I'm
Can't
gonna
require you to join the union unless you want to. Except in public safety, you are forced to join the union.
Yeah, Volkswagen gave him the finger and told the union to fuck off.
I had to join the union in my
But I was late due to a religious event, so I'm gonna sue.
Well, originally when
You
I
do
first started at my job, you joined the union, and now it's optional.
number 100 damn dollars.
So
Interesting.
All right, Jay Hizzle, you got other news?
Sorry, keep going.
All
Look
right.
at that booty.
Hey, there's a butt.
Dun, 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 dun. All
I was
right.
just showing my pathetic dog, but you know.
We got some Guinness World Records. This is interesting. An online entertainer broke a Guinness World Record when he created a tower of tortillas.
I like tortillas.
That
you know,
measured,
I almost said tacos, so I was close.
you were close, yeah. Measured 32.1 inches high. So that's almost 3 feet. So I'm guessing soft shells probably are hard to stack that high because they want to just collapse on themselves.
Hard.
But Angel Zayaz is a drag queen and content creator for BuzzFeed.
Wait, what's
Yas
his name?
Queen.
Angel Zayaz, Zayas.
Hey, what's that portrait behind you, Josh?
My dad drew it. It's me and my kids looking like Vikings.
Can I see that? Well, I want to look at that again. Nice.
It took him 3 hours to
Nice.
stack the taco shell things. That's pretty crazy.
He said it didn't look right, so we actually had to add hair to my head.
That's fair.
You don't see very many bald Vikings.
Hot shot. Love you.
Oh, you have a nice tree.
That's the tree that we cut down last week.
Nice.
I like how Justin says that right when her crotch is in the camera frame. You got a nice tree.
Hey, do you got trees on your pants?
No, I do not.
Oh, no trees in our pants. I wasn't looking at that.
That would not be a tree, Justin. It would be a bush.
I just went back to the camera and I saw a Christmas tree. I don't know what else you guys are talking about.
I have cookies. Cookies.
There's a cookie there too?
No, they're cookies on my pants.
She's got a cookie right on the crotch.
Oh. Nice pants.
You can see my pretty face again.
Okay, I'm going back though to the tortilla thing.
I'm-
Anyway,
I'm very confused because B's showing crotch shots of his wife. I'm seeing crotch shots of somebody else eating popcorn. I'm hoping to God there's not a hole cut out of the bowl.
well, guys, I have more world record news. Ooh, this martial artist punches through 62 clay targets for Guinness record. Texas, I wonder if you could do that in your karate days.
I could probably still do that.
He's a martial artist with multiple world records.
You guys all
Punching
froze
through-
on my hand.
Okay, so
We
they
see
threw
it.
the clay targets, and as they're thrown into the air by his assistant, he punches through them.
Oh wait, he's hitting thrown targets. Never
Yes,
mind.
flying targets. And he punched 62 of them, setting the Guinness record for the most.
That's not
clay
very hard.
targets.
I'll look at a clay pigeon and it breaks in front of me. That's not.
Yeah, but they're in the air, and he has 1 minute to punch as many as he can. He punched 60. He's punching basically a pigeon a second. You can't miss. Then you're just boom, 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 boom.
I can kill 200. I can kill 500 in less than 5 seconds. Throw it up in the air, hit it with a 10-gauge shotgun. Gone.
You're doing this with your fists. Your fists of fury.
You just hold your fist up and hope that it breaks it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finish up with Guinness World Record. There's some world records to discuss. All right. An Idaho man recaptured a Guinness World Record by using a samurai sword. Yes. And you know what he did with that samurai sword?
Chopped off his Peter.
Shove
That's
up your
probably-
bum.
He sliced through 68 grapes while standing on a balance board. Wow.
Okay, that's impressive.
I mean, it's like that real fruit. It's like that video game where they throw fruit and you have to slice it, except for it's real life and you're on a balance board.
It's
That's
called
called
My,
Fruit
my
Ninja.
kid loves that game.
Oh man, the previous record was 57 grapes. Man,
I
I'm
see him
guessing
want to do one of those electric
That guy's probably
two-wheel scooter
pissed.
things. The little scooter board, hoverboard. I'd like to see him doing on one of those.
Oh wait. Oh, so he previously set the record for 57, and then he found out someone else then sliced through 61 airborne grapes in a minute. So he decided he had to go and break that record.
Wait. Airborne grapes on a balance board with a samurai sword.
Yes.
Dear Lord.
So this
The
guy is
accuracy.
broken more than 150 Guinness World Records again to promote STEM education. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, can you imagine? First off, I don't even know if I could be on a balance board, let alone handle a sword on the balance board and then cut through grapes. I mean, grapes are small little things. I don't even know if I could slice through it like if someone just threw it in the air and I was standing on 2 feet. I'm not really good at like baseball or anything, so my hand-eye coordination probably wouldn't be good enough.
You can
Also,
throw it.
why you weren't a good goalie?
Yeah, but all I had to do was just get in the way of things. That wasn't as bad.
You had a hard time doing that sometimes.
Well, sometimes I don't know. I mean, I didn't have defense sometimes.
He
Sometimes
was the backup goalie for our floor hockey team.
Well, oh, that's right. You guys played 4 hockey together. I was EPI. I was the team that destroyed everybody.
Except for us that year, we destroyed you.
I don't think we actually ever played each other because we were different
We
leagues.
we would have destroyed you. You know it.
Oh, no.
no.
Come on, we beat
We went
you. Electric. You
undefeated.
weren't beating us. No way.
Once I think Justin,
Let's not argue about something that was 20 some odd years ago.
Jazz got to play goalie once, and he just sat there because he's like
He was bigger than the goal.
Oh, so what you're saying is he was like that one commercial with the walrus in front of the net?
Yes. Yes.
Arr,
I'm not
arr,
gonna
arr,
deny it.
arr. Oh no, get back up. Stand up. No
I'll still
sleepy
never-
time yet.
Twin Valley Pharmacy was our sponsor, and I'll never forget
in our
the
league.
pass,
In our
the
league,
pass
we were
to Jay
pretty
Hizzle for the
good.
win, for the championship.
But yeah, we were in like a B league or something, and I think
Yeah.
EPI
Yeah.
was
Well,
A
we
league.
won the A-League championship, so ooh.
Yeah. But no, it was fun. Like
We were still wannabe ice hockey players.
that. It was fun. That was
Okay.
Yeah, my family couldn't afford that, so I couldn't.
You had
do
other
it.
news?
Neither.
That is all of the news I have. Does anyone else have any news they'd like to add?
Well, since we kind of add news into sports now, what was his real name?
Tiny
Former-
Lister.
Are you mean
Tiny-
you're adding
Tiny-
sports into news?
Well, that's what you try to do because I don't like talking sports no more.
All right.
Tiny Lister, otherwise known as Zeus in the WWE, who was also in Next Friday, has passed away at the age of 62.
Oh. That's sad news.
Michigan versus Ohio State is canceled. Thank God Michigan can't lose.
No, but Ohio State is still going to the Big Ten championship because the whole league got together, discussed it, and I mean it's clear Ohio State's the best on that side. They should be going, and they're going to play Northwestern. So Michigan tried to screw them over, but they couldn't. I mean Northwestern is pretty good, but I don't think they're going to win. I think Ohio State might win the whole national championship. So
shut your damn mouth.
No, listen.
Shut your damn dirty mouth.
I'd rather see them win it than
they can't beat Alabama. No one
I
can
would
beat
I'm
rather-
Alabama.
sorry, but
I would rather
Alabama
see
and Florida
Alabama or Clemson win.
No.
Alabama,
Ohio
and,
State.
You're not gonna
Alabama
beat
and
them.
Florida are going to play this current
big-
weekend or next weekend, and Alabama is going to destroy Florida, and then they're going to destroy anybody they play because they are basically an NFL team. Be honest with you, they could beat the damn Philadelphia Eagles right now.
The Big Ten
Well,
is the
who
best football
couldn't?
conference in the league, and they just beat each other up because most of their teams are good. We need the Big Ten to win so we can just
The Big Ten
Prove it.
sucks.
Roll Tide.
no. Alabama's not.
I'm not ever saying that, but they're an SEC team, so
I guess we'll see what happens. But
Don't forget, Alabama's coach used to be a Spartan, so Spartan's kind of doing something.
I know.
Look,
but-
you drove Jazz to drinking again. All
Party.
I can't say that. Alabama.
Party.
right, we got anything else? Oh, look, he's going right back to the bottle. He
And-
said Alabama. He goes right back to the bottle.
The National Hockey League will be resuming on January 13th with a 56-game season. They're still working on realigning the divisions and making the schedule, but I'm excited about that. The season will end at the end of May, and then they go into the playoffs. And then I think they're going to try to have a more normal year next year.
Because
So
the Kraken are coming. The Kraken.
that would be not.
By the way, I
That'll
still
be
think
not-
that's a sweet name.
Oh, man, that's a badass name.
But that'll be the 2021-2022 season where the
Same thing as the Las Vegas Knights. That's just a sweet. I'm sorry, that's awesome.
in college
Well,
hockey actually
I-
My
started.
second
pretty-
favorite
I,
team
uh,
right now.
I have it visioned already. You know the scene from
I had to get the bottle.
Clash of the Titans where Zeus goes, "Unleash the Kraken." I want that said
Release
and
the
a horn
Kraken.
as
Yes.
they take the ice. That is what I
Yes.
want for the Kraken. If they don't do that, that's a shame on them.
That would be awesome. All right, and PC news. I know you guys aren't into big PC stuff, but Cyberpunk 2077 has been released. I'm excited.
Did you know you can actually customize your junk size in that game?
Yes, you can. For the record, it absolutely is horrendous on any console game. The Master Race PCs have got it beat again. So go out and buy Cyberpunk 2077. Not affiliated with this podcast, but it's still an awesome game.
My son wanted that for Christmas. I'm afraid to get it for him after I found out you could customize the size of junk.
He's going to be going around with thump.
You can have
Hey.
big titties and a big penis all at the
Yes,
same time.
you can be
Hey.
a chick with a dick.
Hey, son, are you enjoying the game? Yeah, Dad, I'm enjoying it.
Oh boy.
And then there's the guys who don't have to compensate for something, just walking around with something like a tit tac.
There's got to be a part in there where you have to use it or do something, and because you have so many
Dave Hendel's
options to
not saying
choose
much
from.
here.
I don't
Yeah.
play that. Whatever dick game you guys are talking about.
Cyber Dick 2077.
It's just kind of a weird game that you want to get and play with.
All
your
the
son, but-
sinuses. Ouch, that hurt.
COVID.
COVID.
Oh, it's
Oh.
called Michigan weather changes. 50 today, snowing tomorrow. What the heck?
Yeah.
It's 50 today.
It's been 80 the
but
last 2
snowing
days.
tomorrow. It's
Oh, and for the record,
tomorrow.
if anybody, I'm calling anybody that listens or is in this podcast, finds an RTX 3070 at MSRP prices, which is roughly about $400, let me know if you see it on the shelf, and I will Venmo you the money ASAP. No questions
that?
asked, so you can buy it.
What is
I have
that?
no clue what you're talking about.
It's a graphics card. It's called the RTX 3070. Or if you find a 3080 or a 3090, I'm all ears. 3090s are like a unicorn.
Yeah, but how you think they're gonna find it? They don't even know. What
I
you're
was a unicorn earlier.
There's computer stores around here.
talking-
I'm telling you, if you find this
The
graphics
Kaufmans
card
own
right here,
that
if
one
you
on
find one that
Capitol.
looks like that,
Ron Beckley.
you
They
had better
might
take
know.
a picture and send it to me, because if you leave it sitting on the shelf, I will stop being your friend. I'm that serious.
Whoa! Let's not have talk like that.
Don't be letting it sit on the shelf.
I will buy it and then I'll resell it to you for.
My internet must really suck tonight.
Do we have anything else, or can we move on to the game?
Yep, let's move
Move
on.
on.
All right, that concludes sports, and now it's time for news, and now it's time for the game of the week. Game of the week. What do you have for us, Rick Spade?
I just want to point out that the K-Wings are not going to be playing this year.
What?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I read that yesterday. They decided to opt out of this year's season.
Well, that's too bad.
Politicians
Anyways.
can bite me.
They're like one of 8 teams that opted out. Anyways, moving on. We're here at the game of the week. And this week we're going to do some idiots trivia. These questions were not made by me this
So
week.
you know, my internet stinks tonight, so I might not hear everything.
Okay.
Well, if you have to ask questions, I will repeat them. But anyways, we're going to do idiots trivia. I did not make the questions this time. This time they're going to be brought to you by the game I Wish I Didn't Know, made by the makers of What Do You Meme? So this should be interesting. I was told these are filthy trivia you'll never forget. So I have picked 11 questions. I am going to hopefully
Somebody
keep track
keep
of
track.
points. I'll keep track.
That way,
somehow.
Jay Hizzle's not crying.
Somehow, sure.
Yeah, I should probably keep track too.
Jay Hizzle's gonna give himself the victory every time. Hey, Jay Hizzle's man boob.
All right. So I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to give you the A, B, C, or D. You're going to hold up your cards like you did last time. I'm going to tell you to flip them over. I'm going to read what you guys have chose, and I will tell you what the answer is. Are we ready?
Sure,
Do
why
it.
not?
Be slow. You ready?
And he's ready.
Okay. Here we go. Over 600 colonies of mold live on top of these items. Is it A, soda cans, B, milk cartons, C, water bottles, D, juice boxes?
I didn't hear what you said. The only thing that's moving on my screen is me. You guys are all frozen.
We still frozen?
I see
How
you
about
moving
now?
just
I'm
fine.
moving.
Everybody's frozen but me and my screen.
Okay. Can
You're
can you
moving
hear
just
us,
fine.
though?
I don't think you can hear
And
us.
I can only hear about every third word you say, Rick.
Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, Josh.
Oh, okay.
You're just not moving.
Restart.
I can hear Justin too.
Okay. You want me to try this one more time for you?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
You're just not moving.
That's fine. As long as you can hear me, that's all I care about. No one cares if they can hear you, Jay.
I can't hear Hizzle.
That's
I
fine.
wasn't talking.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here's the question again. Over 600 colonies of mold live on top of these items. Is it A, soda cans, B, milk cartons, C, water bottles, D, juice boxes?
Colonies of what?
Mold.
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 What one was water bottle?
C.
What was pop cans or something you said?
A.
Soda cans is an A.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
I have a guess because I have no idea.
All right. Hold up your answers. Jay Hizzle has selected B. Texas has selected A. Which one are you doing?
It looks like C for be slow.
B Slow has selected C. The Jazz has selected D. The answer is A, soda can.
Ah,
Thank God I gave up soda.
A.
I figured like mold can go better on like a carton.
I figured it would have been. I
Cardboard.
figured it would have been A, but I went with the sugar instead.
I just figured it would be something that we wouldn't think of, and it'd be water.
Yeah.
All right, Texas is in the lead.
Well, as I drink my colony of mold here,
Mold can't grow on alcohol.
well,
Valid point.
at least you know why I haven't gotten COVID yet.
In my
Anyways,
pocket, I got that
here is our
coffee
second
in my
question.
tea.
In the midst of his murder spree, serial killer Rodney Alcala went on a game show and won. What was the show?
How to kill?
Was it A, the dating game, B, Wheel of Fortune, C, the $100,000 pyramid, D, The Price is Right?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna guess one.
Just because this is the creepier one, so I'm picking this one.
All right.
I'm just picking the one that I will.
What was the
Okay.
pyramid?
Pyramid was C. All right, we locked in our answers?
Yep.
All right, let's see him. Jay Hizzle has selected D. Texas has selected C. Jazz has selected C.
B, you gotta move it closer to the camera, man.
You need bigger letters, goddammit.
Hey,
You have selected A, and the answer is A, the dating game.
Oh.
A's in a
I
row.
went the creepiest one. Hey, at least you didn't say that I needed a bigger this.
You might. I mean, I'm not looking in your pants. All right. Question number 3. Your dog gives you love, affection, and companionship. However, he's also likely to give you an infection that leads to
Okay.
A, the flu, B, the common cold, C, chronic diarrhea, D, chlamydia.
Say those again.
Do you want the question too, or just the
No,
answers?
just the answers.
Is it A, the flu, B, the common cold,
No.
C, chronic diarrhea, D, chlamydia?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
One.
These are things that I didn't know until I read these cards. So, all
I'm just guessing again.
right, are we ready?
Yep.
All right, let's see your answers. All right, Jay Hizzle has selected C. Texas has selected C. B Slow has selected D. Jazz has selected B, and the answer is C, chronic diarrhea.
Man, I changed my answer to D at the last second.
Gotta keep your hands off the D.
Gotta keep your hands off the D.
All right, Texas is up by 1. Oh boy, here we go. Question number 4. You'd better think twice about giving that cuddly koala bear a hug. Koalas are known to easily infect humans with which STD?
Oh no.
Is it A, gonorrhea, B, herpes, C, HIV, D, chlamydia?
Answer's locked in, Bob.
What was B?
Herpes,
What was A?
gonorrhea.
Oh, that's better.
It is?
Are you ready?
Yep.
Show me your answers.
Bum bum.
Jay has selected B. Texas has selected D. B Slow has selected D. The Jazz has selected D. The answer is D.
Everyone was really confident about that.
That's because I watched the
Just common knowledge.
Irwins.
Yep.
I watched the Irwins on the Animal Planet, and they talked about koalas get chlamydia all the time.
I had no idea. I just guessed.
Well, at least now you know. If you ever hug
Well,
a
I just knew it
koala,
wouldn't be
you might get-
herpes because you gotta have like intercourse to get like herpes, and you're not screwing a koala, you know.
You might. Don't put it past some people.
Yeah.
Biden. Excuse me.
You just sniff some.
My
okay?
apologies. I had popcorn stuck in my throat.
It's okay. Shoot.
All right, Jazz is finally on the board.
Finally.
All right, here we go. A threadworm sounds tiny and relatively harmless, right? Wrong. Do you know where these parasitic threadworms come from? Is it A, out of a kid's butthole? B, out of unwashed fruits? C, out of your beloved pet? D, out of the human ear?
Can you repeat that one more time? I started laughing when you. What was the name of the worm?
A
You said
threadworm.
thread.
A threadworm. Like thread, needle, thread. A threadworm sounds
What
tiny.
was
and-
B? What was B?
Here, I'll read the whole thing again. A threadworm sounds tiny and relatively harmless, right? Wrong. Do you know where these parasitic threadworms come from? Is it A, out of a kid's butthole? B, out of unwashed fruits? C, out of your beloved pet? D, out of the human ear?
Oh
I don't know.
man, I don't know about this one.
I'm just gonna keep going to the answer that's been getting me points.
Let me know when we're locked in.
Final answer, Bob.
I'm not sure about this one.
Jay Hizzle?
Yeah,
Locked
I'm
in?
ready. Yep.
All right, let's reveal them. Jay Hizzle has selected B. Texas has selected D. Beasel has selected D. Jazz has selected A. The answer is A, kid's butthole.
Oh,
Wow.
I figured that'd be a tapeworm that came out of the butthole, not a threadworm.
I don't think worms should be coming out of anyone's butthole.
I don't either, but this is where we're at.
And they say it's 2020.
All right, here we go. In the Victorian era, a common way to say goodbye to a dead relative was to
Burn
A.
them.
A. Sleep in the same bed one last time. B. Take a group shot with the dead body. C. Hold a viewing every night for a week. D. Chop up the body and give family members different pieces.
I apologize. My internet kind of messed up. Can you please repeat the question and the first two answers?
Yes, sir. In the Victorian era, a common way to say goodbye to a dead relative was to A. Sleep in the same bed one last time. B. Take a group shot with the dead body. C. Hold a viewing every night for a week. D. Chop up the body and give family members different pieces.
Locked in, Bob.
Yeah, I
No
think
idea.
I'm watching.
I'm gonna go when in doubt.
So that means B is going with D.
When I didn't have Justin to copy on in school, I picked this one.
He's going with C.
What's the one with the length? Like for a week, showing for a week. See?
C.
C. All right, we're ready? All right, Jay has selected A. Texas has selected C. B. Slow has selected C. Jazz has selected C. You are all wrong. It is B. Take a group shot with the dead body.
I
How do you
almost
take a
got
group
one.
shot when you don't have cameras?
Yeah, that's why I didn't go with it.
I think they mean like shot glass, salute.
Oh, I was thinking like photos.
That's
I'm
what I
like, they
thought
didn't have
too, but I'm
cameras then, so
was
that's
I.
crap.
I was on the same page as you were.
Okay, I would have picked that.
Me too.
It happens. Texas is still up by 1. Jazz
True.
and B. Slow are behind by 1 point.
And where's the J Hizzle?
He's
I'm
got
at my
1.
2.
All right, here we go. Which of the following survey results about offices is sad but true?
About what?
Offices.
Okay.
Is it A, your keyboard has more bacteria than an average office toilet? B, More people are banging during office hours than you realize. C. People can't really explain what they do for work. D. Most jobs are bullshit and pointless.
I know which one I want to go with.
Yeah, but I know what one I'm going with.
Me too.
Locked in, Bob.
I remember Mr. Overman kind of said something about this in sophomore year of high school.
Well, let's find out if you guys are all right. I see A's from the group, and they are all correct.
All right. That's the only one that made sense. The other ones
Or
were
Mark-
P's.
I
remember
agree
Mr.
with-
Overman in
I agree with
biology
D,
that said
though.
tables are dirtier than toilets.
I agree with D though.
But
Was
the other
D-
ones, none of the other ones are quantifiable.
D was the jobs are pointless and stupid or something like that.
Bullshit.
That's not true.
I wish mine was. They don't have to try so hard.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end,
it doesn't even matter.
All right, you ready for this one? Well, I'll be damned. The first person and last person to die while building the Hoover Dam had something else in common. Damned, get it?
Yep.
Was it A, they were both electrocuted? B, they were father and son? C, they were both women? D, their bodies are still stuck in the dam?
I know the answer to this one.
You do? I don't know the answer.
Repeat them one more time. Both answers.
I could be wrong, but I think I know the answer.
You seem very confident.
All right. What did these two people have in common? Was it A, they were both electrocuted? B, they were father and son? C, they were both women? D, their bodies are still stuck in the dam?
Oh, this could be where I lose my lead to be slow.
When you wouldn't lose the lead, you would just be tied.
All right, we locked in?
Yep.
All right. Jay Hizzle has selected D. Texas has selected B. B-Slow has selected D. Jazz has selected D. Texas, you retain your lead. The answer is B. They were father and
You
son.
can just retain it.
I know there's a lot of bodies still in the concrete.
Yeah, but the first and last person to die were father and son. So
Well, I figured back when they made the Hoover Dam, they still weren't letting ladies work. That's why I went with father and son.
okay. Here we go. And I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but I'm going to try my best. Clomipramine. Clomipramine.
It's a drug, I'm guessing.
A drug used to treat OCD has some really weird side effects. Users have complained of random orgasms brought on by A, crying, B, eating spicy foods, C, yawning, D, laughing.
I'm gonna go with one because you kind of make an O face anyway. So
Who's texting?
Me.
Making sure someone wasn't cheating.
I want to know how to fucking pronounce that damn word.
Would texting be cheating?
Well, because you could be Googling
doing
it
up
or
the
something.
answer.
That would be cheating, not texting, though. But my guess is locked in.
Locked in.
Clomipramine. Okay. Let me see what you got. Beasel has selected C. Texas has selected C. Jay Hizzle has selected D. Jazz has selected C. The answer is C.
Who had C? Texas and Jazz?
Everybody
Texas,
but
Jazz,
you.
and B.
Everyone but you.
Weird that you guys all know this gross stuff.
I just took a shot. I figured it was one of the weird ones.
I thought I picked a weird one.
I mean, it was. It was laughing.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was weird that if you're laughing, you were.
I mean, they're all weird. I don't know why you'd orgasm eating spicy foods unless it was just so.
Especially when you yawn, you kind of make an O face.
New wind.
All right, we got 2 questions left. So if one of you two managed to tie it up from Texas, then I'll have to pick another question out of the box. Otherwise, Texas will win this week's game of the week for the second week in a row for Idiots Trivia.
He's good at trivia. We should bring him to trivia nights.
I'm
All
good
right.
with useless stuff, man.
Apparently.
I am not.
Applebee's on Tuesdays when they reopen. There we go.
All right, here we
What are you talking
go.
about? They're not closed down here.
They are up here.
All right,
Except for
here we go.
DoorDashing. I make a lot of money off that now.
Here we go. How many pounds of shit does the average person drop into the toilet each week?
I'm above average.
Is it A, 3 pounds, B, 6 pounds, C, 9 pounds, D, 12 pounds
Each week?
Each week?
each week?
Okay.
The average
I
person.
Answers one more
I
time.
poop 2 to 3 times a day.
Oh.
And I'm
How
above
do you have
average.
Repeat
anything
the
left?
answers one more time.
All right. The average person shits this much each week. Is it A, 3 pounds, B, 6 pounds, C, 9 pounds, D, 12 pounds? I really like this trivia game. Are
This
we
is
ready?
tough. Yeah, this could go either way, but here I go.
All right. Jay Hizzle, Texas, and B Slow have selected C. The Jazz has selected B. The answer is B.
Really? I think that seems light.
Oh, man. Does that mean he ties with Josh now?
No.
Nope, not yet.
By one.
Nope. If he can get one more, then I have to pick another question out of the box. So let's see what happens. But if Texas gets this one, he wins. This
Or
would be
if
an-
Jazz
So we all lose on average about 6 pounds a week.
Yeah.
Why do I still have this thing down here?
Because you eat it.
Because you eat
But
more
you
than
eat it
6
all
pounds a
fat.
week. Because you poop 6, well, actually, you probably poop 12 pounds, but then you eat 20 pounds.
I like food. I don't eat to
look at me
live.
and
I
discuss
live
like
to
that,
eat.
Violet.
All right.
I want a cheeseburger right now.
Are you ready?
Yep.
In 2011, 1/3 of all divorce filings in the United States contained which word? Is it A, Twitter, B, email, C, Facebook, D, Snapchat?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with that one.
Start saying them again.
Come on, Moose.
1/3 of all divorce.
Come on, big guy.
Got a feeling.
Answers.
Moose,
All right.
stop licking.
Is it A, Twitter, B, email, C, Facebook, D, Snapchat? Are we locked in?
Yep.
Jay Hizzle?
Oh, I've been locked in.
All right, let's see what
we're
we got.
going.
All right, we've selected D for Jay Hizzle. Texas has
Texas
selected C.
won.
Jazz has selected C. B Slow has selected D. The answer is C, Facebook.
Really? There's I catch someone snapping something.
Me too.
Yeah.
So our final scores is Texas 7, B Slow 4, Jazz 6, J 2.
I'm not
Hey,
last,
Seth.
guys.
7 out of 10, man. I got 70% on the useless
I
trivia.
did better than last place like last time.
And actually, that was 11 questions. So you got 7 out of 11.
Oh, you did do 11 questions?
Yeah, because they were there, and I was like, fuck it.
Oh, man. Then I didn't get 70%.
Oh, you just got 7-Eleven. But you still know more about gross trivia than the rest of us, so.
Oh, my dog needs to go potty.
So just so you know, there's still,
Go outside, big guy.
220
Just-
questions left. So
Just so you know, Snapchat was not created until July 8th of 2011. So that is probably why it was not Snapchat. Nowadays is probably Snapchat.
No, it'll be Facebook.
thought it was for
guarantee
nowadays.
it. Especially when Facebook did their secret messaging and then Facebook dating. Yeah, that ruins a lot of marriages.
Facebook dating ruins a lot of marriages?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Facebook in general ruins a lot of marriages, and it's not because they found somebody; it's because everybody's so glued to this right here, like this.
All right. So that
It's
is
terrible.
that is
That's why I don't
two.
that's why I don't have it.
That is 2 useless trivias won by me. Yay.
You're
It's
not
okay.
useless. That's okay. We love you.
We got 489 questions that we can still do for next time.
All right.
I'm glad
Well.
you can make a heart because Jazz last week was doing the YMCA with his fucking hands.
It was.
He's like, I don't know how I'm do this.
Well, I guess
Look, I could do a butterfly.
We're turtle.
Actually, that might be a bat. You're trying to give us COVID.
I
I
was,
could do
I
one.
was-
Hey, I could do one more. Ready?
I was just waiting for some gang signs. He's gonna throw some west side and a little, east side and a
Hey.
little crip.
White and nerdy, baby. White and nerdy.
all
I'm
right.
white and nerdy. I'm white and nerdy.
It's time
Let's
for
see, rolling.
our next segment.
Segway.
Keep mowing my front lawn.
I'm gonna launch it now.
I'm angry. And it's time to tell somebody to bite me.
Bite me.
Bite me.
That's a pissed off cat right there.
Bite me. Bite me.
And now it's time for Bite Me, featuring Captain Beaslow, Jazzman, Rick Spade, Jay Hizzle, and Texas.
And goes a bird.
This was better than 2
Can-
weeks ago music.
Can I state for the record, I like Rick's version so much better because there's no damn horny moose in there.
Person.
So was the cat.
All right, look. All
I
right,
think
look.
it's
I
hilarious.
like the pissed off cat.
All right, for the record, I just sat there and I told him, I said, make sure these bite me's are in there. I don't care what you put in between. So that was my fault for doing that.
I love it. I wonder if I can get like a Santa for the next one.
Oh god.
What do you want?
Ho,
Santa?
ho, ho,
Ho ho ho! Or you're on the naughty list, or
You're
I got one for
cold.
cookies. I don't know what this
Okay.
was going to be for, but see.
I
Words
will-
of milk and cookies.
What in the
I will
flying fuck?
I will let someone else go first this week because mine's a little light. But does anyone have a bite me they'd like to get off their chest? Jazz,
Hmm.
be slow. Go ahead.
Let Beaslow go first.
Anybody that says the phrase defund the police, anybody that thinks it's a good idea to take police officers off the street, anybody that thinks sending a socialist into an active shooting incident is the biggest dumbass in the world. So hate me.
Speaking of that, did you see that Colin Kaepernick and Ben and Jerry's are creating a defund me ice cream with made from
Did you say Captain Dick? What?
pretty much made
What is
from
it? What is
made vegan style.
it? Chocolate dick?
It's frozen
know.
dick.
I just read that today.
I mean, what's the flavor? Shit.
Dick and pralines. I don't know. His flavor would be dick and pralines. All right. So that was Be Slow. Jazz,
I got one.
go ahead.
COVID.
And these people who fight against the Constitution, and that's the biggest ones that I don't like. You either love the Constitution or get out. Now, my next thing is off the wall. Any of these scalpers who think it's funny that you can take these items that kids would like to have underneath their Christmas tree or items that are in low demand and to buy them and sell them at triple the price, you guys can what? Bite me. Can't stand a scalper.
I
I
know
found my camera though, so we're good.
I know you're talking about like the Xbox or the PlayStation that people are
Yes.
buying and putting on eBay.
Oh,
But
Yes.
I hate it when you go to buy a ticket. Okay, this is actually when you could go to events. When you would buy a ticket to go to an event, but the event was sold out, so you'd have to go and buy a ticket off the secondhand market, and they marked that ticket up that maybe it was once $15 to
Like
$60.
$250.
I
Me-
hate that shit.
Me and Jay Hizzle experienced that in 2018. We bought tickets to the Red Wing game in the Predators game, second row, $180 a ticket. Those people like that can bite me. I'm sorry.
We paid
Bite
that much
me.
money?
Yes, we did. We paid $180 a ticket.
Are you, really?
Yes, you thought it was
Jay
outrageous.
Hizzle
That's the
is
best I
always
could
the-
do.
Hey,
That
Hizzle's the
doesn't-
best at finding good prices on tickets. He's
No,
amazing.
that
doesn't seem
game
like-
was a black market game where you can't watch it on TV, and they mark it out, and you can only buy it locally. And scalpers were raising them things like crazy.
Okay,
I'm hard to believe I would spend $180 on a ticket.
You
Jay
did.
Hizzle, get over it. Do you have anything you would like to say, or are you
I'm
pretty
listening.
mellow after this week?
I mean, when
He didn't go to Colorado. He went to Wisconsin.
And then to the Grand Canyon. Who knows where?
Yeah.
he-
Oh,
Um,
Colorado, Grand Canyon. That's right.
He was in Arizona.
Oh,
and Wisconsin, it was a dual trip. It was a trip within a trip, kind of like a lake on an island on a lake. I like to do those kind of things.
Beaver Island.
You know those people that accuse you of spending more money than you normally would on a hockey ticket?
It only takes him 2 steps to get to Michigan, remember? He can walk here quickly.
Rip a ticket.
you know, he may be my +1 for Brian's actual wedding, so I might drag him up there just to throw your ass around.
Well, he's invited, so you know.
I'm just kidding. I'm really curious though, but I don't even know. Did I even buy the tickets, or did you buy the tickets and I paid?
I had to buy them because we couldn't get them anywhere else.
Okay, so I can't even prove. I can't even prove anything. Maybe I did. It's very possible. Just they were pretty good tickets, I guess.
Second
Except for
level.
Except for the seats weren't big enough for you to sit in. But we had a wall behind us. We had like our own row, like we were the front row of like the second deck or something, and we had a wall behind us so he could stand up. But he literally couldn't sit in the chair.
That's not that bad. When I went to Florida, when I went to Universal one year, and the Red Wings were playing the Panthers, and I bought the tickets right behind the Red Wings bench, where I still have a picture of my daughter standing behind Mike Babcock.
It's pretty cool.
I basically paid $125 a ticket for those.
Yeah, but that's front row. But you know what makes me mad? You know what? This does anger me. I feel bad for my friend Jazzman and all 6'12" people everywhere.
6
It makes me
foot,
mad.
maybe 7 foot.
It makes me mad when people create seats that aren't big enough for others to sit in, and then they have to try to cram their butt into it, and they could potentially get stuck, or they have to stand/squat the whole
It
game.
ruined my blue jeans.
Yeah, that really upsets me. Have respect for the people that are just, they're just 6'12" or whatever.
Or how hard it is to find shoes big enough to wear.
Yeah, the people disrespecting really tall people. You can bite me. At least when it comes to seats in arenas, we need to make those seats more comfortable and bigger.
Rick, do you have one?
I do. I've waited all week for this.
All week.
This is
Oh,
almost
wait.
a therapeutic session now. He's channeling the anger. I can see it in his eyes.
This goes out to all you dumbass women out there.
Whoa.
Out the gate's hot.
He's not saying all women are dumbasses, just certain ones.
Who sit there and complain about not being able to find a good guy and not being treated right. And then they get with somebody and within like 2 days, oh, you're my babe. Babe, we should so totally do this. Oh, sweetie, like you've been in love with them for like the last 6 months. You met 2 weeks ago. Okay. And then you're going to get heartbroken. You're going to be like, why couldn't I find a nice guy? Do you know why? Because the guy that was actually trying to make sure you were okay is sitting over here going, I must not be good enough. Meanwhile, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go with Stubby McDumbass who lives with his fucking mom and can't fucking afford anything.
Hey!
That kid disrespects you for every move you make.
Hey!
You don't disrespect people.
I was referring to the other one.
What?
The Stubby McDumbass who lives with his mom, okay? That's what I was referring to.
Technically, they live with you.
Thank you.
Recognize me.
But for Stubby McDumbass who lives in his mom's basement and tries to sit there and act like he's hot shit,
Speaking of,
you're ruining women. Women, there are nice guys out there. Pay attention to those ones, you dumb bitch. Bite me.
Real quick.
would that make you the nice guy, Rick? When you just call him a dumb bitch?
Real quick,
You think?
I would like to say something about that real quick because
Okay, and then I have something to say.
My ex-wife said she did what she did because I lived with my mom when I was 30. She left me for a guy who was 40 and living with his parents.
Didn't she
Well, that's
live
not
with
funny,
you?
sorry.
So she lived with your mom too.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's funny that that he was calling you stubby or whatnot. So you know how Amanda's never met you in real life, and she thought you were a short person. And I'm like, he's not really that short. He's like my height or maybe even slightly taller.
She
She's
thought
like,
I was a
"Really?"
midget?
No, not. She just didn't think you were very tall.
You're round like the penguin from Batman. All you need is the top hat and the monocle.
Oh, and then my friends also said that Jazzman has a voice for radio.
Said that?
Really?
He also has
Amanda.
a face for radio.
Well, I don't know if they saw his face,
Oh.
but they're like, man, he has a good voice. He has a voice for radio.
Why do you think we put him on the show? He's the only one with a manly voice.
Hey, what are you talking about? I
My
can go
voice.
deep.
My
Wait.
voice is very manly.
Like
Yeah.
I'm sure when Jay Hizzle goes through drive-throughs, he gets, what else can I get for you, ma'am?
No, I'm like, I will take a cheeseburger and you can add mayonnaise to that.
How low can you go?
He wants a wop.
Extra mayonnaise.
Hey, what
Does-
dumbass thing did they say about Rick Spade?
I would like fries with that too, please.
It
I'll
said they
take
want fries
Sprite
with
for
Rick
the drink,
Spade.
limited ice. Does
All right,
anybody else
Guzzlebird,
have
what you got?
anything to be bitten by? Are we good?
No, I haven't gone, and neither is Guzzlebird.
Wait, hang on.
Guzzlebird, what do you have to say?
Wait, hang on. I want to know this. So he has a voice for radio. They thought Texas is short and stubby. What about Rick Spade?
Nothing was said.
Well, fuck them then.
Deep voice.
Maybe you cost too much. Maybe that's what they said.
So this goes out to the women that sit on your face and their vagina opens up like the predator trying to bite you.
What women are you hanging out with?
Don't you remember the opening for the show, the Saskatchewan Fate? We're not doing that. Can you just move on?
I don't think that's a real thing.
Oh, it is. Okay, in all seriousness, though, this goes out to people that don't put their fucking shopping carts away and they put it right next to your truck. And then there's like an 8-mile wind that's blowing and then it hits your truck and it scratches it. And then you got to buff it out with something, or you got to sit there and look at it every time and go, oh, if that asshole would just put their fucking shopping cart away, they can bite me.
Well, what's an 8-mile wind?
You know, 8-mile-an-hour wind.
Wind
maybe
that
it was
kills
not 8
Guzzlebird.
mile. Those
That's
are
true.
ceiling fans and
Only if he
wind.
flies into, yeah.
Wind! Bite me, wind! Wind!
All right. Texas, what do you have?
All right. Mine goes out to advertisement agencies this time of year because I can't count how many times I've heard this phrase on my way to work or from work. Buy her a diamond. She deserves it after this year. She's the only one who deserves something tough for this year after it being tough or after everything she's been through. Why is it just she? Where's
Right.
the PlayStation ad going? Buy it for him after the year he's had. Buy him this gun for the year he's had. Why is it only advertisement for women?
I could
That
use a
is
gun.
horseshit and misogynistic. I don't know if that works for women towards men. I'm not sure. But still, it's no longer happy wife, happy life. It's happy house, happy spouse. Men
Yes.
deserve to be happy.
I like
Just as
that.
happy as women.
I like that.
Women get the wedding. The wedding does nothing for the man. We don't have TVs. We don't have wings. We don't have beer. Well, we might have beer, but that is what is for women. Holidays are for everybody,
Except
especially
Valentine's
Christmas.
Day.
Especially Christmas. They have Valentine's Day because that means nothing for us except for maybe a
And it means the pink ice
Maybe.
cream.
well, maybe you get or you get that for your birthday, either or. But still, advertisement agencies, guys have been through a lot this year too, not just women. You can bite me.
Real quick, I just want to point out I don't like doing birthday sex anymore because then you're just celebrating the time that you and that your mom and dad banged to have you.
Well,
For the record, I'm going to put this out there for the record. Jay Hizzle, I need you to look very closely.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Can't see. It's the white thing.
I have
You
to
have to
share
just
it. Hang
read
on.
it.
February the 13th, 2 tickets to the NHL Nashville Predators versus Detroit Red Wings, Saturday, February the 17th, 2018. Cost $350.
Oh, there you go.
That is outrageous.
That's 175, right?
Yes, I was close.
I must have been really excited to come down.
You were. Matter of
I'm
fact,
excited to come. What?
It was a good time. We had a very good time.
well, he's never come before, so.
I've been there before.
For the record, my daughter absolutely fell in love with him, and yeah, it was cute.
Hey, real
His whole
quick, can I-
family is amazing, and I
He
look
said
forward
it in
to
the
them all.
group chat.
The sad thing is your daughter actually gets to meet me next year, which is kind of a scary thought.
hey, real quick, can I do one more bite me?
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so this goes out to women again. To all those women that wear tails, make me think that you have an actually tail, but it's actually a butt plug that you stuck up your ass and the tail's just hanging out of your dress. I'm very upset. I think I'm dating some kind of hybrid, but really you're just faking me out. I'm being catfished. You can bite me. All right, I'll see you guys at tweets later.
Guzzlebird,
Mr.
I hope you have some good Jurassic Park tweets because I have seen every single one this week and they have sent out some fantastic ones.
You guys see that on Twitter or our website?
Twitter. I just got a message. I just
I don't
got
have Twitter.
I just got an alert from the Jurassic Park tweets and
Is
that
it the
one's
Shrek
pretty
one?
funny. Yes, it is.
That one's on there.
Thank God.
All right, are we ready to move on to the next segment?
We have
You
another
can-
segment.
You can stop trying to deepen your voice, Jay. We all know.
Why?
Because his balls don't hang low, they don't wobble to and fro. He
He
can't
can't
tie
tie him
'em
in a knot. He can't tie him in a bow.
All right, it's time for the top 5.
Five.
All right, I will stop talking like this after I have one more thing to say. The top 5 today will be your top 5 favorite wrestlers, or you can say best wrestlers, whatever you want to do, of all time.
I would like to point out that this did not come from me or Rick. This was a Jazz suggestion.
It's the jazz man in the jazz land.
Before we go to that, the Jurassic Park tweet that we were talking about just a second ago, Texas. Did you see the very first reply underneath that?
I did not. I'll have to look it up.
Please go look real quick.
Hey, Jazz. Do you
Yes.
know your favorite wrestlers? Are you prepared for this?
I am prepared.
All right, since it's your idea, I'm gonna let you start this off.
So my top 5 are kind of just the typical. I don't like watch it in depth, but top 5. Number 5, he's moved down the list. And yeah, you can get mad at me because they kind of deal with his political belief. He should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock
What are you
Johnson.
talking about? Yep.
I like The Rock. I can smell what he's cooking.
Number
That sounded
4,
weird.
Randy Savage. Number 3, and now look, I said wrestlers. I didn't, well, one specific. So Nacho Libre is my number 3. Number 2, me and him have a lot in common. Andre the Giant.
You're not dead.
Well, okay.
I don't think you're French either.
And I don't think you could drink a barrel of beer and barely get drunk.
We
Well, maybe you
drink
could.
that.
Maybe you could.
Yeah, he hasn't hung around me enough. And my number 1.
I haven't hung around you since the 7th grade. How could I hang out with you enough?
Yeah, no, that's true. And my number 1, coming from the great state of Texas, will make you wonder why he's stone cold Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
All
Don't
right.
have I was going to do the whole canned beer, but the only thing I've got is glass, and that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, don't smash that together. Ah, my eye.
Yeah, he's he actually did what the skull. What was the name of the challenge he did on
Broken
CNT?
skull.
Broken Skull Challenge.
Oh, I
He's
like that.
He's
That was
a
a
really
good
good guy. He's really just a down to earth guy, but he knows how to play the part. He knows he's playing and entertainment, and that's what you need for a wrestler is the entertainment value.
Nice. Captain B, do you have any wrestlers you'd like to mention?
Oh, honorable mentions.
Oh, you have honorable mentions. Okay.
You gotta love your brother. Always gotta love your brother. Hulk Hogan.
I thought he was going with
Sting?
Brother Love.
No, and this one he was there for I don't know how long he wrestled, but Goldberg.
All right. Captain B, now we can go to you.
Okay. I never really watched wrestling except when I went to Josh's house as a kid. And I think we watched the Royal Rumble out there when we went. I think it was called.
We did. I actually lost a tooth when eating popcorn because I bit an unpopped popcorn and lost my tooth.
I remember Steve Austin won.
I believe that was 98.
So I'm going to go. I don't really have any order for these because I guess I can pick my number 1 and 2 here. Okay. So we'll just say number 5, Hulk Hogan. Number 4, Andre the Giant. Basically because of the Princess Bride. Number 3, we go Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 2, Chris Stratus. Number 1, Stacy Keibler.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's very fair. She's got legs.
No honorable mentions.
She knows
All
how to
right.
use them.
And I didn't have to look any of these up. I just knew them.
I'm so
I'll-
proud of you.
I'll go and let the wrestling
Oh,
professionals
you're all
finish
frozen
it
again.
up. But I do have quite a few honorable mentions. So we got well, it's because I was thinking back to because I don't necessarily watch wrestling either, but sometimes I'll catch it on TV and I remember Texas and Rick like it, and I feel like I've watched it a little bit. So Triple H, The Undertaker, Ric Flair, Goldberg,
Woo!
Kurt Angle, and then getting into the women, you got Sasha Banks, and then Charlotte Flair, and this one I looked up, but she has red hair, so I like her. Becky Lynch, you know. All right.
By the way, shout out to Becky Lynch because she just had her first child with Seth Rollins.
Congratulations.
You know what this podcast needs more of?
My man.
Titties.
Woo!
Woo!
No, we don't need that.
Ooh.
We're not
Alright.
drunk enough for that. And we're not women.
Number 5, Brock Lesnar. That guy is just a beast. Number 4, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 3, and he's also he's a funny actor too, John Cena. Number 2, The Rock. I'm a big Rock fan, regardless of what his political views are. He just seems like
He's a great actor.
good actor, seems like a good guy. He was a good wrestler. And then number 1, whenever I think of wrestling, this is just the first guy that comes to my mind all the time. And that's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like, he is wrestling to me. So that is my top 5. All right, let's move to our 2 wrestling professionals. Texas, start us off.
Before we go, I got a question. Was it you, Josh, or you, Rick, that got me the magazine that had all the female wrestlers in it? That was Rick? Okay. All right. That's where I fell in love with Stacy Keibler in middle school.
Okay, so my top 3 are Attitude Era legends. Other than that, it's pretty much newer people. But my my honorable mentions, I have Alexa Bliss, Orange Cassidy, Brody Lee, The Bastard Pac, Edge, Thunder Rosa, Lita, Trish Stratus. Oh God, I could keep going. Thanks to Be Slow, Stacy Keibler. All right, top 5 is probably one of the most entertaining guys on AEW and Being the Elite, and that is the Meat Man, Johnny Hungy, John Silver.
The Meat.
Number 4
Man.
is The Fiend / Bray Wyatt. That is the only reason I actually watch Raw is Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss, because other than that, Raw sucks. Number 3, 30 Years of Destruction, The Undertaker. Number 2, despite his political beliefs, the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, The Rock. And number 1, you can take your talk about your Psalms, talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass." Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I like it. Did you have any honorable mentions?
I mentioned them first.
Oh, you did that right. Okay.
He wasn't paying attention.
We got Rick. Rick, who I'm really curious to see who his top 5 is going
Oh,
to be.
I know who his number 1 is. I could tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Who is it? Let's see.
I'm
Who
pretty
is it?
sure I know who it is.
Who do you think it is before he names him?
Actually, I don't know. Rick's kind of weird like me.
Okay, so now he doesn't know.
Write it down and then you can show us. We'll let you
Sure,
write it
that-
down quick. Texas is trying to figure out where's a pen, where's a paper. Oh, he's looking. He's like, all right, I got to write this name. Spelling doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, it's written down. Rick Spade, take it away.
All right. I got a long list of honorable mentions, so bear with me here. All right. Ultimate Warrior, The Undertaker, John Silver, Orange Cassidy, The Bastard Pac, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Kurt Angle, Owen Hart, Rob Van Dam,
I forgot about that one.
Oh, man, damn.
sorry, Mr. Kennedy, Vince McMahon, Triple H, Arn Anderson, Goldberg, Stone Cold. Okay.
Sounds like your honorable mention list, Jay.
Did Vince
Usually
McMahon
really long.
wrestle that day, or was I was the manager?
No, he wrestled a few matches,
Oh,
Okay.
Rick
mostly
Rude.
against Stone Cold.
Did he
Rick
wrestle
Rude-
while he ran it, or was
Yeah.
he?
Yes. Also, Rick Rude, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and The Rock. Okay. Number 5, Mick Foley, aka Mankind, aka Cactus Jack, aka Dude Love.
Bang,
became-
bang.
He became one of my favorites in the early 90s before he even made it to WWE. He was one of the reasons I was inspired to write, because he was a wrestler that nobody would expect to be so Good
Especially
with
after all
words.
those head injuries.
But he had a New York Times best-selling autobiography, which I loved reading. I loved his children's books. He inspired me, so that's my number 5. My number 4, I had to tie 2 people. So I had to go with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Dig it?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I wrote 2 down on my piece of paper. You just took one of them.
Macho Man was always one of my favorites. I thought, his promos were the best, and so was Dusty Rhodes, talking about the cream of the crop, baby.
Baby.
Son of a plumber.
I don't know about that. Macho Man sometimes was like promos on crack.
Well, so is the Ultimate Warrior, but I digress.
Mhm.
Number 3, always a big Hulkamaniac. I got to go with Hulk Hogan.
I swear, you were Jazz should have wore the little tiny shirt and then ripped it off.
Yes, that'd be great.
If I would have had another Hulk Hogan shirt that I could have ripped, I would have. I actually had a Hulk Hogan shirt when I was little that I actually ripped like that. It was awesome.
I always did it with the trash bags.
I still have my Hulk Hogan sleeping bag from when I was like 8. So
You used to have a wrestling ring in your backyard.
I did.
Yeah.
It was made out of wrestling mats from the Harper Creek High School that my dad brought home. My number 2, he was the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. I'm talking about Bret the Hitman Hart. He was always one of my favorites until he had his concussion, but
Thanks to Goldberg.
thanks to Goldberg. But I was really excited anytime he was on. And my number 1, I won't lie, I tied it for first. There was 2. I can do that because it's me. I had to go because they're always number 1, number 2. You can intertwine them. You got to go with HBK, Shawn Michaels, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Okay, my first guess was Ric Flair, but I put, Rick F.
Nice.
But Ric Flair, I was named after him.
The Nature Boy. Woo!
I got to watch him multiple times growing up live. I got to meet him in 2009, I believe it was, at a TNA house show event. So that was pretty cool.
When the Ice Bears score, we play as Woo every time they score, depending on how much they score.
And the first time I ever got to see Shawn Michaels live, it was Wing Stadium, and I was in the second row when he fought. And I remember he won by count out. He super kicked the British Bulldog, and that was kind of when I became a fan.
Do you know the first time I saw Shawn Michaels live?
The Royal Rumble?
The one with him and Undertaker is the last 2. I think that was 2005, 2006.
I'll be right back.
But
And then I was there at WrestleMania 25 in Houston when it was Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, their first match. I was there for that one.
But I've always loved the work Shawn Michaels could go. He even was able to go once he broke his back. Ric Flair, same thing. He broke his back in a fucking airplane crash and came
Yeah, I was
back.
gonna say he survived a plane wreck.
Actually, he survived 2.
Oh yeah.
But no, I've always loved Ric Flair. I've always loved the promos. So yeah, with a tear in my eye, that's my top 5. Woo!
Woo! The limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
Woo!
Woo!
This is fun to do.
All right.
We're supposed to do cop talk, but our cop ran away.
You'll be back in a second. This is what we've been waiting for.
At least he didn't close his camera this week.
He has some exciting stuff to share with us. Coming up, it's going to be Cop Talk. And now, it's time for Cop Talk. Ugh, tasers hurt. Captain
Cop?
B,
It's cop talk.
it's your time to shine. We're ready to hear your stories.
Yeah,
I'm
we didn't
feeling
get
it
to
tonight, guys.
we didn't get to
Woo!
hear about the magic mushrooms last week because I was a dick.
It wasn't just you. This is what you call a call for service. But first, you gotta do the intro.
He did.
Oh, we did.
We
He
did.
did while you were
Want
gone.
me to do it again?
Yes, do it
Do it
again.
again. Do it
Okay.
again.
And now it's time for Cop Talk. Ugh, tasers hurt.
The second time was just as good.
That was me tasing Justin, if you guys didn't know.
That hurt that day.
Not
Except
this
it's
Justin.
amazing because he was able to talk through a taser deployment.
I have really high pain tolerance.
Normally, it's
No, you do not.
I don't have the video. I don't think Elsie might have the video of me getting tased. If she still does, I'll share it with you guys.
Texas, what does that even mean?
I have mine somewhere. It hurts.
It's going. "Ugh." Anyway, we'll start off with the funny.
I want to hear about the magic mushrooms.
I'm going to pull it away because you guys can't read any names. This is called a call for service,
A call for service.
also known as a CFS.
CFS.
So I was sent to this one house on this one road in this one jurisdiction.
Okay.
That was raided by the DEA recently. So we know what it's like. This time, it was in reference to magic mushrooms.
Yes.
We believe in magic.
Ooh.
They
Ooh.
did.
From the
And
ground.
aliens.
When you eat it, you'll
Those
think-
are real, you know. The government actually admitted it.
All right. I'm going to read you the call notes. This was the call notes for dispatch, and then I'll filter in our comments on the radio and what we saw when we got there.
Hey, Beaslo, fill them in on what a call for service means.
Call for service means somebody called 911 to our dispatch center. Then they sent that information to our CAD, which is our computer aided design or whatever the heck. I don't know what it stands for. Our CAD program, which gives us everything that we need: the address, the location, the time the call notes, the caller, and all the background checks that dispatch performs. It's all in there.
It's a non-emergency call, correct?
This one was non-emergency. Yep.
Okay.
They classify it? They classified it as a priority 1 emergency though.
Okay.
But we didn't respond to emergency.
No.
It's just because when they enter the numbers into the system, it automatically makes it that.
Interesting.
Basically because there's a medical issue. Yeah.
So do they radio you too, or just comes to the computer?
Well, they radio.
Okay.
I was sitting in the office when this stuff came out. And I'm like, what? In my 10 years in law enforcement, I've dealt with LSD, cocaine, marijuana, methamphetamine. I said LSD, I said marijuana. Okay, whatever. I've dealt with like every drug except for mushrooms. In 10 years, I have not come across somebody on mushrooms.
Nice.
So this was a first in 10 years.
That's exciting. First.
So the call for service, it says the caller is a licensed caregiver, which means they're licensed to grow weed.
Okay.
And here it is. Someone is trying to kill caller. It's an alien in the woods. I'm not tripping. I can show it on paper. I called the dispatcher after she put these things in quotations to be funnier. I feel like I'm in danger of my own life. There's a female there as well. A bullet just randomly comes through my head. I want this to be documented. Caller wants to lay down in a bathtub. Doesn't feel safe. It's a heightened experience. They couldn't touch me if they wanted to. Advising the mushrooms are wearing off. I can carry this shit on me, drugs, or I can go bury it in the woods. You know, this is all on a recorded line.
Wow.
Caller is outside smoking a cigarette. Now feels pretty safe. No weapons are at the residence, and friend, no name, putting the mushrooms on a sandwich and ate it. Caller will give the TX the person he got the mushrooms from. He's saying unknown name and him are not feeling the effects anymore, yet the aliens are trying to kill him. Saying he's trying to keep unknown name awake. Somebody drugged the mushroom. So we get on the radio and go, did he just say somebody drugged his drugs? Yes, he did. The caller will pay for an ambulance as he has $7,500 cash in his hand. did. In his pocket, he had a wad of $20 bills about that thick, about 3 inches thick.
Wow.
What happens when you sell drugs?
I don't think you're supposed
Caller is concerned over shots that unknown name is getting from a doctor. Doesn't know who the doctor is or what is in the shot. He just seems out of it. The females saying the cops don't need to come. Telling unknown name, he shouldn't have called. This guy called 911 on himself because he's freaking out.
You are
Shit.
freaking out, man.
Man. Well, he took mushrooms in there too. Is saying, edit that out. Unknown name is saying there's people in the woods that are trying to shoot them. He will put the dogs away. They're sneaking around and thinking they can take my money from me. No COVID symptoms. You got to add that in there. I've heard of people close to me that possibly have it, maybe a couple of years ago, but with spiritual medicine, she's fine. The caller is in his own cocoon.
Children, this is a very valuable lesson. Don't do drugs.
Caller wants the lights and sirens. No weapons on caller. Florida. Here we go, Florida.
Oh my God.
Florida is the mushroom capital of the whole world. Caller collected samples of mushrooms and still has them.
Wow.
You better hurry up. I feel like somebody is going to shoot me. I'll pay the cops off. We went to school together. I know these motherfuckers. And then we arrive on scene. Okay. So this guy. That wasn't even half of what he was telling dispatch. I called and said, "How did you not crack up laughing?" They told me, "I started my shift 4 minutes ago." That was the first call. She's
Wow.
like, I get up and go and stare at everyone else and go, "Why?" We get there. This dude, he can't focus on anything. First, he goes off on his girlfriend who's sleeping with somebody else, and then suddenly, he has a gift. And he's showing with his hands as he's bending over on the ground. I can cultivate the ground and I can grow stuff. It's a gift. And then he tried to tell me, "No, mushrooms are legal in this state." I said, "No, they're nice." He says, "I know more about the law than you do. I can call the president. I'm going to call the governor. They do cryptic messages on TV." Then he hands me
do drugs.
Then he hands me his medical marijuana card. See, he used to say LARA, which is the Michigan's License and Regulatory Affairs, which oversees everything like the Liquor Control Commission and every licensing thing out there. And then he shows me, see, this one says MRA. It means I can grow mushroom. MRA stands for marijuana. And he's like, "I can do it. I'm going to call the president." He goes, "Is the FBI coming?" "Is the FBI?" I'm like, "I'm not calling them. They don't know we're here. Do you want them?" "No, I'm going to go call them."
Jeez.
And then the firefighters show up. And of course, they heard the call. So this is 1 o'clock in the morning, you know. Every firefighter got out of bed to come to this. Every one of them. And so there's like 50, when I say they can all come in, there's like 50 cars just pouring in here, and the ambulance comes in last.
Are they volunteer firefighters over there? Or is an actual
they're paid on call, yeah.
Did the fire truck come, or are they all just volunteered?
They just brought their ambulance.
Oh, okay.
So he's walking down this hill to him and goes, "Just so you all know, I'm tripping on mushrooms." He shouts it to the whole world. And then I'm like, "All right, go talk to these guys, the paramedics. They'll clear you, whatever." He goes, starts talking to him. He gets on the phone. Says, "Dude, these motherfuckers are trying to steal my money." And he starts walking away. And of course, the deputies are helping me are pissed off. And not at me, at this guy. He's just wasting all of our time. And they're yelling at this guy. And I'm yelling at this guy. And he's not coming back. I'm like, you know what? He ain't going to die. He's going to go finish his trip in a closet. We can just let him go and everybody clears the scene. And
Wait.
they're getting charged with using mushrooms. But
Wait, so you just let him go finish his night?
yep.
Oh wow! What do you normally have gone if he was in danger? Would he normally gone in the ambulance, or would he brought him to jail if it wasn't COVID?
Well, considering it's COVID, the jail doesn't take anybody. You can't really arrest anybody
Unless it's like murder or something.
unless it's like alcohol offense or alcohol driving offense or some type of disorderly or some type of violence, like just like domestic violence or some type of violent felony.
Yep. So, wow.
Okay. Again, kids, don't do drugs.
So that is the first time in 10 years in law enforcement I've dealt with mushrooms. I've dealt with every other drug out there except mushroom.
Do you want mushrooms again?
That was hilarious.
I like how all the firefighters in the area came too because they wanted to see this.
Well, of course, they hear it come out on their pager and it wakes them up in the morning. Honey, I'm going to the magic mushroom.
That sounds like a strip club.
I was on this call.
I'm going to the magic mushroom.
Okay, so it's been busy where I work, okay? I work in cornfields, okay? And it's been really, really busy. I'll go over an arson that happened. So these people, they're rich. Right? They got houses all over the country. This is one of their vacation houses worth $700,000, okay?
Okay.
So that's right on a big lake. They get a notification from one of their cameras. They look at it and there's a guy walking around their kitchen. So they're in Arizona. They're trying to call up to where we work because you can't just dial 911 in Arizona and get our 911 center.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
And so they can't get through. And then finally they get a call back and they say, like, oh, hey, I've been trying to reach you guys. There's a guy in our house. Did you get him? Ma'am, your house has been burned to the ground. Like, what? This random dude. He was just standing out there. The camera was showing everything he was doing and suddenly gone. Power loss. Of course, the house burned down. No power, So They get this guy going to the refrigerator, pulling out this drink, and then the house suddenly burns down. When they find this guy, he's standing outside the house, watching it burn down, still holding the same drink in his hand.
Wow.
The reason he burnt the house down is because they had a Biden sign.
Oh, I can't say I blame him.
That's terrible.
That right there should get him off scotch-free.
He tried to set a gas tank on fire of a car in the garage. And we all know there's no oxygen in gas tanks. So he could not successfully light it on fire.
Okay, he's making Trump supporters look dumb.
Well, yeah.
He's retarded. He's not right. And so they found the car with the thing still sticking out of the gas tank. Could you imagine if he somehow got that lit? Instant karma. Woo!
So I imagine arson, you'd be in jail for quite a while for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. While he was in jail, he flooded the jail. There was an inch of water standing throughout the jail.
Wow.
And when in this place, when you go into the cells, there's about a 3-inch drop.
Mm-hmm.
So his cell had like 4 inches of water in it before somebody found it.
What did he do? Just run the water in his...
He plugged the toilet and flooded it.
Oh, okay. Man, what a jerk.
And then I got called to some lady again. She's on something, some type of drug and alcohol combined. Just freaking out how she wants to drive her van into a tree. Wants to go drive into a tree and die. And then she's like, "You're never gonna find me." She's the one that called 911 for help. So we get there, we find the van that she lives in. There's nobody in it. So dispatch has a location on the phone, and when they do their locations, it's usually a 20-meter accuracy.
Yep.
All right.
But
She's
real quick. Does she live by a river? Because you said she lives in a van. I got to know if it's down by the river.
No, it's on her
I
dad's
live
property.
in a van down by the river.
So no, she takes off. She drops her phone and then she takes off. So a DNR officer shows up to help me. So me and the DNR are searching the woods for this girl, and we find her. She takes off running from us.
For all you people who don't know DNR, that's the Department of Natural Resources, correct?
Yes, yep.
That's
They're conservation
Michigan's, yeah.
They actually have more authority than the general law enforcement officer.
That's the game warden.
Yep. So we're looking for this gal, and we find her running away from us. And then she finally stops running and sits down to a tree. And then we get to talk. She's like, I respect you guys so much. Well, then walk back to the house. No, I grew up with brothers. I know how to kick your ass. Okay. So we talk to her some more. She finally gets up and says, all right, I'll walk back to the house. She's walking the wrong way. We try to correct her. Hey, the house is this way. I grew up in these woods. I know where I'm going. No, the house is this way. She takes off running again. So we catch back up. She's so inebriated she can't run fast. So we just basically walked to her. It was her trying to run. We catch back up to her.
Well, thank God you didn't have to run because you'd fall down.
I did have to run, and I did not fall down, but I did lose my body camera in the woods. But the DNR picked it up behind me.
Okay. I was going to say your body cam's just still sitting out there just showing deer.
Deer.
No.
Possum.
So then we catch up to
Squirrel.
her.
Raccoon.
Because she's so-called suicidal, we're giving her another chance without putting her in handcuffs. She takes off running again. So we grab onto her. I grab on one arm. He grabs onto the other arm. She becomes dead weight and drops to her knees. We're like, okay. She ends up on her back and kicks both of us.
Man.
She was aiming for our groin. She missed, but she did make contact with us ever so lightly in our legs. So,
Oh, there's police assault right there.
so we're like, all right, we're not being nice anymore. We're charging you with a 2-count felony.
Well,
And then once we got her handcuffed, she would not walk out.
Nope.
And we're
Become
way out.
littles.
We're way out in the woods, away from everybody.
did
So
she
we're
go-
like, hey, send the fire department in so they can help us carry her out.
No.
They still weren't coming in. I'm like, so 20 minutes later, we carry her a little bit, but she's kicking and flailing. We don't have a way to restrain her legs out there. So we get back to her. Hey, the fire department goes, oh, yeah, they're at the house. Do you want? Yes, come east out into the woods to help us carry her out.
Did she go to like a mental hospital?
Firemen, come out into the woods. We have a game for you.
So
Anybody who's a hunter who's ended up killing a deer and dragging it through the woods, you get Beastlo's. This person's probably like 200 pounds, give or take, kicking and flailing. It's not fun.
I mean, like, does this person go to jail or they go to like a mental place to get the help they need?
I'll get there. And then we had to get over fences, barbed wire fence and stuff. We had to pick her up and like throw her over them to get there.
Sorry, I just pictured two guys, just like one with the arms, one with the legs, doing the 1, 2, 3.
And she's kicking and flailing.
So we finally get her to the house. The ambulance is there waiting. The paramedics actually meet us in the woods, which is pretty amazing. They met us out in the woods, and I throw her in the back of my car, and she starts kicking the inside of my car. And my windows have bars on them. She ain't going to break the window, but it's like, come on. So we finally arranged with the paramedics to get her, because I was going to take her to jail. Then she kept getting worse and more suicidal statements. And so the paramedics transported her. I rode in the ambulance, and she said all kinds of bad words toward me, and I handcuffed her to the cot. And she went to the hospital to get the mental health treatment she needs.
Good. Hopefully they can help her.
But she has warrants for arrest now.
Well,
She assaulted police officers.
I
Jay.
charged her.
but she's already in custody, kind of.
No,
She's
she's in a mental hospital.
Oh, she's out. She was out like 12 hours later.
But that's
Maybe not
not
even
the
that.
same as going to jail, man.
Why don't they call the police to come take her to prison after that?
That's a
They're not
HIPAA
allowed to.
violation.
It's a HIPAA. They can't let anybody know they're being discharged.
Yep.
Oh.
HIPAA violation. They can't tell us.
The only thing they can do is give them a copy of the warrant and say the police are looking for you, and that's about it.
So are you gonna go pick her up now?
Oh, 2 days later, I had to deal with her again.
Oh, okay.
This time she was sleeping in the Dollar General parking lot. The warrants weren't entered yet.
Oh,
So I had to kick her out of the parking lot, but she was actually pleasant and sober. It was a change.
wait. So even
You're
though
like, you said they're like, this is much better than last time. I don't have
Yeah.
to carry your fat ass.
wait, even though you know she was being charged and there was going to be a warrant, you couldn't arrest her yet because the warrants weren't entered.
They
Right.
weren't active yet.
Yep. Yeah, we only have a certain amount of time we can make probable cause arrest, and we're well beyond that time.
Oh, so until the warrant's active, you can't do anything.
Right.
Shouldn't they be getting those entered quicker then?
Jay
And
Hizzle, it's COVID. Calm down.
I mean-
you gotta realize the wheels of government don't move fast.
But if it was like a serious crime, they'd be entered right away, right?
Oh yeah, this isn't a serious crime.
It would be like, well, I know
No, you could
someone,
walk up. You could probably slap Be Slow, and you just face a warrant in 2-3 days.
but that's not a serious crime.
No,
Oh.
just slap Be Slow. You got anything else there, Be Slow Dodo?
Those are my personal stories that I have to share.
All right, those were good.
I'm going to skip negative sadness stuff and just
Thank
leave
you.
it on humor.
All
right.
right.
And we're
I like
done.
it. That's good because I got to work tomorrow. So.
It is midnight here.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, then that leaves us.
Why is everyone leaving right when it's time for their segment? Except I just heard a toilet flush. So I think he's
Wait.
coming back.
He left?
You see that he's not there?
Jay Hizzle's obviously not watching the video.
I was looking at Captain B, and then I went to switch over to see if I can find when the
He
jet.
either needs to watch the video or your old glasses, Josh.
So well,
Everyone leaves when it's time for their segment.
you might not be here, but I'm
Oh,
seeing,
there he is.
There he is.
seeing something in the air.
Your turn.
Rick segment.
From the Red District in Spainland, Rick.
From the red light district.
Red room full of sex toys. Rick.
Oh, baby. The #1 red district in Michigan. It's Rick Spade. Oh, yeah, daddy. Oh, baby.
Come on, Rick. What do you got?
Rick. You got this. You can do it.
It's your segment, Rick.
Show me what you got.
Don't show us what you got.
No.
Sorry, I've had a little bit much of this tonight.
Glass of milk.
I don't want to see your pink rocket.
Oh, hey, Rick, it's your segment. What's happening?
What's up, Rick?
He's probably trying to process everything that's going on at the moment.
All right. Let's do more stupid stories from my life. So let's go back all the way to 2007, I believe it was.
I was
That was
11.
that was a rough year.
No,
That
sorry.
was a rough year.
Let's see, you were 11?
My bad. Bad math on that one. I haven't
We
even
were
drank
like-
anything yet.
He was 21.
That was the Harper
Note-
Creek education right there.
Note to self, everybody. Do not rely on Texas to do your taxes. You might go to jail.
Yes.
Or you might owe the IRS, either
See,
or.
we all went to Harper Creek, but only 3 of us graduated from there.
This story took place 13 years ago. I think I was 11.
Okay, I was 22. Screw you.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Okay, go on with your story.
I
Okay,
thought it said.
Mr.
Did you say 2011?
Internet connection is unstable. My computer told me so.
That happens.
Yeah, I had that same problem last week.
All right. So, for those of you that don't know, because, I don't talk about my personal life much on here, I used to be married twice. It's twice. Dose.
What the hell am I
So-
seeing? Was that a mirror? Sorry, ADD boy just threw me off big time.
Does that surprise you any?
Well, I wasn't expecting to see a mirror.
That's
and
what
see
you guys
myself
look like to me.
Okay, moving on. So, anyways, I was married twice, but before I was married to a certain person, we were dating, and there just happened to be some kind of issue where she said she was going to be babysitting, and I was like, okay. But I was trying to get a hold of her, couldn't get a hold of her at all. But we're not going to talk about that part of the story. I want to talk about the stupid thing that happened when I was trying to find her. So,
Can we track her ass down? Was I with you when we did that?
yes, you were.
All right.
But that was like the day after. Now,
Oh,
the night before, this is where it got interesting. I knew about where the house was because I had been there at least once, but I couldn't remember the exact road. I just remember the general location. So I said to myself, all right, I'll go wandering around to see if I can't find her car. Couldn't find her car anywhere. So I was like, all right, I remember the name of the people, so I'm going to stop at a gas station and see if I can't find their telephone number. So I stopped at this gas station in a not so friendly part of town, and I didn't know that at the time.
North side.
I didn't know until I went in there and I saw the bulletproof glass, and I was like, this is a little questionable. So I sat there and I went and I looked in the phone book and I was looking for the name and I was trying to find it, and I thought I found it. I was like, all right, I'm going to go try down this way, because this was before we had maps and GPS and all that on our phones. I think I had my first flip phone at the time. So
We had MapQuest online.
yeah, so unless you were printing stuff out, you weren't finding stuff. So I find the address. I start heading out to my car, and all of a sudden, this black lady comes up to my car, and she's trying to open up the passenger side. She's like, all right, boo, come on, let's go. I looked at her and I said, what the fuck do you think you're doing? She's like, come on, baby, we're going to have a good time. Now, she's probably 10, 15 years older than me, at least. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. And she's like, baby, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm pretty positive. Okay. This is 11:30, 12 o'clock at night at a gas station that has bulletproof glass, and a random lady that's just chilling outside of the fucking parking lot. She could have just been a crackhead. She could have been a hooker. I don't know. I don't ask questions, but I'm not letting anybody in their car. So I said no, and I drove off. Now, let's fast forward, shall we, to about 4 or 5 years later. So I'm working at a grocery store here in Battle Creek, not currently located in the one I'm at now. And
Well, wait, no.
Fail posh.
No.
it's a place where you'd save some money.
The
Anyway.
Dahirians.
Horrocks.
No, it was not. No, it was not Wells Park. It's the one over by KCC.
College.
Yeah. So I'm working at this grocery store, and all of a sudden this lady comes in, and the first thing I hear out of her mouth is, hey, boo. And immediately snapped right in my fucking head.
Whoa, he's in the Millennium Falcon.
And I was like, wait a minute. That lady was the mother of a girl that I was working with at the time. And I was so thrown off that I was like, there's no way. So then I had to ask somebody that I worked with. I said, hey, did her mom used to be like a prostitute or a crackhead or something? And they're like, yeah, why? And I told them the story, and they're like, wow, that's fucked up. So it just goes to show you that you will recall things, you will remember things, and you never know when you're going to see somebody fucking 10 years later. So there you go.
Very. There's some interesting things.
You never told me that part of it all.
So yeah, that is
Hey,
another interesting story from my life.
I'm going to change your name in my phone to Hey Boo.
Hey, boo. All right.
I've now changed your name to Fuck You. So there we go.
Hey, Jazz, where's the Wookiee at?
He is the Wookiee. I'm Han Solo.
It's on his face.
There you go.
All right. It's time for some tweets of the week.
All right, Jess. All right, Jay Hizzle. 3 dad jokes, and I swear to God, if you do anything from Biden or Trump, I will probably jump off a building.
Let's just not do political.
What?
I'm tired of the political BS.
We all love Trump. We all think Biden should jump off a bridge. There we go.
My neighbor banged on my door at 3 a.m., screaming and shouting hysterically. The poor fella. Luckily, I was up practicing my drums at the time.
2 more.
What? Are you kidding me? There's a few more.
Dude, I've got to rein you in or we're going to be here all night. I've got to be up in 5 hours.
I absolutely hate people who talk behind my back. They disgust me.
1 more. Make it good. You can do more next week.
I have a pencil that used to belong to William Shakespeare. He chewed it a lot. Now I can't tell if it's to be or not to be.
Okay.
I read that one
moving
the other
on.
day.
Oh, that's funny.
What sporting event are you at now?
Nashville Predators, Bridgestone Arena.
Never been there yet.
Maybe this year, maybe 2021.
Guess what Donald Trump said? No presidential candidate ever came even close to losing an election who won Iowa, Florida, and Ohio. I won all 3 by a lot. You know what he's trying to get at.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he won.
Stole it.
Yep. But
it's all right. Texas is leading the lawsuit. Texas.
Texas. Let's see if Arnold.
I might be moving there.
You might be moving to Texas. It's so hot though. I thought you were going to Tennessee.
One of the two. If Texas succeeds, it's Texas.
Ooh, I think Arnold is selling some merch. He says
Dear
New
God.
logos, new merch, portion of the proceeds to the same great cause, After School All Stars. Join the movement. Represent.com/store/Arnold.
okay. So he's selling some merchandise for charity. I wonder if he's selling anything good. I mean, I'm sure he's selling stuff good because it's Arnold stuff, but that's kind of cool. Oh, it's like different like shirts and stuff. Don't re-an-ass. Stay inside. Come with me if you want to lift. Oh, that's really cool. Anyway, so I'll be nice and I'll shorten up the tweets. Tell ya.
I'm only going to do one, and it's because it's Christmas. Dad joke, Christmas.
All right.
What do you call a broke Santa?
A dad.
What?
Saint Nicholas.
What?
Saint Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Oh, yeah. I thought.
Okay, I'm done. I'm
Sorry.
done.
Like broken, like like
Yes.
Nicholas and broke like no money. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, Guzzle.
All right. I got a Christmas joke too.
Is this Jurassic Park tweets?
Well, yeah, but
Frightening in the dark.
All the dinosaurs are running wild.
Someone let T-Rex out of his pen.
I'm afraid those things will harm me because they don't act like
Act
Barney.
like Barney.
They think that I'm they're not their
Not
friend.
their friend.
I don't know why
they're
Barney.
done now.
Keep going.
You can come back.
Is it Guzzle come back?
All right. Why doesn't Santa Claus have any kids?
He has a bunch of elves. They're basically his kids.
No. He only comes once a year and his gift is always wrapped.
Oh.
Okay. Here's the other one. Have you heard about the self-help program for falling down the stairs?
No.
Step 1, step 2, step 4, step 6, step 12, floor.
That's funny.
Okay, now to the Jurassic Park tweets. It's what you all been waiting for.
Yep.
First one. Made a Shrek with titties. Did you look at the picture that Rick Spade sent you?
I looked at the picture Rick Spade sent me. Yes, Fiona's never looked hotter.
You sent me a picture.
No, he
I
sent it
sent
to
Texas. You can send it to the group chat though. All right. A raptor just killed a guy, shot him to death, and then he died of COVID. Okay, I added that one, but still. All right. Tomorrow is Wife Guy Wednesday, so you get a free companion ticket if you love your wife or someone else's wife. We don't care.
Anyone's wife.
I love somebody else's wife, but that's another story. All right. I genuinely like working at Jurassic Park. The people in the bio should get an instant follow. The only freaks crazy enough to work here. All right, what else do we got here? I had a long list of Jurassic. I had a long list of Jurassic Park tweets. All right, we're known for having dinosaurs. If you don't want to go see dinosaurs, go somewhere else.
That's fair. That's fair.
Since it's Christmas time, when Santa comes here, he gets destroyed.
Oh, I want to see Santa versus the T-Rex now.
Accidentally created a dinosaur with the exact voice of Idina Menzel. It agreed to sing Let It Go if we let it eat Leah Michelle. That's the chick from Glee. All right. Please stop prank calling us and asking if we have a mega sore ass.
That's what Jay Hazel has.
Speaking of doing weird things, we can put a tail on you for $35. I hope it's not that fucking butt plug thing. Damn women catfishing me. Bite me.
Where are you at now?
What do you mean, where am I at now?
He's talking to Jazz.
He keeps changing his background.
All right.
I'm in witness protection. I keep changing locations.
All right. And finally, we need to hold the T-Rex accountable. I don't know what the T-Rex is doing. Maybe he's eating people. Maybe he shit on the floor. Maybe he masturbated and didn't clean it up. I don't know.
Oh, he couldn't reach it.
It's true.
That's right. Small hands.
Wait a minute. Where was Guzzlebird last night?
Don't you worry about where I was last night.
He was helping the T-Rex jack off.
That's where I was going with.
No, I was with that girl that Rick Spade had over. She was trying to do that Saskatchewan face mask where her vagina opened up like the Predator. Damn it, will you stop talking about that?
I know Guzzlebird was such an Arnold fan.
Okay, I'm done with the tweets. So you know what it's time for?
Oh my gosh, I do.
It's the Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take away, Texas.
Will he go clean or will he be dirty?
I know what.
I know.
I know what Jazz wanted. He wanted me to go ba 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 ba.
All right, Jay Hizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what it means to do Chuck Norris?
To do Chuck Norris?
Yep.
You just do it.
What it means to do Chuck Norris is pretty simple. If Chuck, the only reason that you get to do Chuck Norris is because Chuck Norris wants you to do Chuck Norris.
No, you don't do Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris
does you.
All it means is you're minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it's a phone call, an email, a text, it doesn't matter, maybe in person, but Chuck Norris says, hey, and I want you to come here, and I want you to do me right now. And you know what? You don't ask any questions because you don't want Chuck Norris to be angry at you. You just do what the man says. It's just what happens. Human, bird, monkey, it doesn't matter.
Hopefully Chuck Norris isn't doing a bird or a monkey.
Chuck Norris is a nice guy. He's not gonna like make anyone do that, but he could if he wanted to because he's Chuck Norris.
Hey, did you know that Chuck Norris once punched Santa Claus and then Rickmas was made? Yeah.
All right. So is that your answer?
Yeah, there's nothing else it can be.
All right. Chuck Norris. While having sex with a girl, when you're about to ejaculate, pull out and give her a roundhouse kick to the face.
Jesus.
What are you doing? You gotta go roadhouse.
Yep, roadhouse.
Whoever wrote that better hope Chuck Norris is okay with it, or that person's done.
But we can't have just one.
It's the Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
No, I wanted the Guzzlebird version again.
Fine.
Because I know Jazz likes it.
Play it again.
Again?
Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. It's the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas. Bye-bye.
All right. Can anybody tell me what accidental dragon is?
Accidental dragon?
Dragon?
Yep, accidental dragon.
I'm thinking of like medieval. I'm just picturing a real dragon.
Okay, so it's got to be when you're like doing this girl in the butt and somehow you can't get out. It's like you get stuck in. You're just dragging her around trying to get out.
Alrighty then. So Be Slow thinks it means being stuck in the butthole and dragging her around to get it out. Okay.
I'm gonna add to his.
Whoa.
What are we, dogs?
Okay.
So let's say that it's what he said. You know, someone's doing someone in the butt for whatever reason, right? But let's say instead of it being stuck, it slips out and like a dragon shoots fire. Let's just say some other stuff comes shooting out of the butt crack and it's an accidental dragon.
You're like peeing fire now?
I think you're talking about Ka, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure where he was going with that one.
Like, you know, just diarrhea or something. Just
Okay, he was going Kaka. Jazz?
Would you like to build on top of that one?
Oh, no.
Yes.
All right. It's when a woman is giving a man a blowjob. And
Pleasurable.
after the man
Finishes?
Yeah, you could say that. She either spits it back out at him or chokes on it and coughs it out the nose, something like that. That's just top of my head, crazy crap coming up
She's
with.
spitting fire kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, since Guzzlebird knocked out Rick Spade, I'm guessing Guzzlebird has an answer for this one.
I got it this time. I really do. Okay.
All right.
So think about this. Okay. So you're doing a girl and you're doing her anally. Okay. And by the time you pull out, her asshole's just gaping wide open. So all of a sudden, your Komodo dragon somehow gets out of its cage and just goes right over to her and goes right into her asshole accidentally, thinking it's just some kind of cave.
Wow.
And then to make matters worse, like she sneezes or something. And that fucker just flies out like an accidental dragon. Ah! And then there's some kind of jizz involved. I don't know. Accidental dragon.
I thought you were going to go with the Saskatchewan.
No, we're not. Again. No, because he's looking right at me. If I say that Saskatchewan face mask with the predator thing again, he's going to kill me. But that vagina was here. Enough. Sorry.
All right. So the closest person to this was Jazz.
Oh,
Accidental dragon. When a woman is giving a blowjob and suddenly laughs, causing the semen to burst through her nostrils.
I think of the most off the wall thing is the only thing I can think of. Jeez.
Let me guess, Jay Hizzle, you liked yours better?
I mean, his was pretty good, actually. Mine weren't very strong today.
Finally, it's the end of the show.
I heard a
All
pussy.
right. We made it to the end. It's time for some words of wisdom. Let's start with Texas.
Well, I don't really have any words of wisdom,
No?
but hang on one second. I believe it is December 21st.
No, it's December 11th.
It's 11th.
Hang on. On December 21st, for the first time in 800 years, Jupiter and Saturn, and I think maybe one or two other planets, are going to be so close to each other and so close to the Earth that it makes one gigantic star called the Christmas star.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is the first time in 800 years. It's December 21st. So on December 21st, take a look outside because we might never see it again.
That's pretty cool.
Never again.
That's all I got this week.
All right. I'm just going to move down the screen now to Rick Spade. Maybe. Is he sleeping?
I think he's trying to recuperate from Guzzlebird there.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I looked and I thought his eyes were closed. Like he was like, I'm done.
I can't say I blame him after 2 hours of this shit and then doing the Urban Dictionary. I'm done too.
Come back around.
All right, I'm gonna move over to Jazz.
All right, I got two, and I'm a little bit on the Star Wars theme here.
Ooh.
This one is kind of neat. It's from our favorite android.
R2D2.
R2D2.
Where are you?
Beat
Jar Jar
bloop.
Binks.
No.
Beat bloop. That's his words of wisdom.
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I thought. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Now the last one is from. Here it is. Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Your focus determines your reality. I like it.
And that is where I will sign off with this famous radio voice.
Captain B.
Didn't really look anything up from Founding Fathers today, so I'm gonna say, don't support defunding the police. That's my words of wisdom.
Don't support him. All right. And Rick, are you ready yet?
Yeah. I only got one.
Okay.
Be proud of who you are and not ashamed of how others see you.
I like it.
I like that too. It's very good. All right, guys. You always pass failure on the way to success. Mickey Rooney said that, in case you were wondering.
COVID!
Excuse me.
Winning doesn't always mean being first. Winning means you're doing better than you've done before.
Or being Charlie Sheen.
I like that one.
Winning.
Or Trump. Winning.
You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. That rhymes. Guess who's that? That's by Dr. Seuss. Great Dr. Seuss.
I thought you were going to say Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre? Dr. Dre said, nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement.
I shouldn't have said that.
No.
Eminem, chicka, 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 some shady.
All right, come on, close the show.
Eminem has like dark hair now and like a full beard and stuff. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it only
Look
took
at
him
his
40
song.
years.
His latest rap song. How does he talk so fast?
He's talented. All right, my last quote. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Willie Nelson. And
A little
with
bit of weed mixed in with there.
with that, we would like to thank you all for joining us here at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Please like and follow our Facebook page at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. You can reach us on the Twitter at Poddamn Rick Spade, at Poddamn Texas, or at Poddamn Idiotz P1, and by email at poddamnidiotspodcast@outlook.com. Also, please like our YouTube at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast and hit that subscribe button. Please like, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review, which we do have, on your preferred podcast app of your choice, like Apple, Google, Stitcher, Podbean, Amazon Music, and others that are out there. And please tell your friends and your family, your loved ones, your beautiful neighbors, your creepy neighbors, those
A lot of creepy ones.
the hot nurses that are sticking a swab up your nose or giving you
That's in
the
your brain.
vaccine. Yeah. So your wife's girlfriend, your husband's boyfriend. Bless you. So the hot DoorDasher bringing you your food.
Me.
your Uber driver. Your boyfriend's side piece. The hooker on the street corner. The man who's on magic mushrooms.
What?
And
Aliens are shooting me.
anyone else you come across, tell them to please check out the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Thank you. And good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm Jay Hizzle from the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
And I'm Rick Spade.
And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to my right.
And maybe you want to see an older episode. See what we've been doing. I'm not sure why you'd start here, but maybe you haven't. Check out the video on the left. Check it out. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you.